Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to Nack at Night podcast. Today we have a special guest. We have the LOL-Bandit. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
How's it going, Bandit?
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I am absolutely fantastic.
That is good news. That is good. Zack couldn't make it today. He was a little busy, so we have a special guest today. Join us to kind of just fill in. We just still want the podcast to get going, so we have people to talk with today. Okay,
That's
that makes sense.
me.
Yes. All right. Sweet. Bandit, tell us a little about yourself. All right. Let's get
Oh man, a little bit about me. I'm kind of a weirdo. If you guys don't know me already, Nick, when did we meet? I think we met on Rust, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it was either Rust or Among Us. I think is when we met. It might have been Among Us, and then
I think
Rust.
it might have been Among Us because everyone wanted to kind of play, so they needed people.
Yeah, and then we really got into Rust, and you and I spent hours on Rust together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not much to say. Honestly, I stream, I watch movies, and I work. That's really all I got. I mean,
it's pretty much life.
Yeah, I live the best life that I've been dealt.
Yes. The cards that you've been dealt with are very nice. Those are all aces right there.
They're decent cards. They're decent cards. Right. Could be better. Could be worse.
Well, what games do you like playing? As in, just in general, for on Twitch. What do you like playing? What do you stream?
Oh, what I stream on Twitch? Right now I've been doing a lot of Dead by Daylight and Pokemon for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls is another big one, and Souls-like games.
Yes, we both enjoy those games. We both enjoy Dark Souls.
And then the other one that I spend a lot of my time wasting my time with is League of Legends, which is just a burden. But hey, what can you do? Yeah,
there's those games I can't get into that League of Legends, but I know a lot of people who do like playing them. So
yeah,
there must be appeal somewhere in there. All right, so today we're gonna talk about we're not gonna talk about any articles. I think the big thing we're gonna talk about was recently just happened was the Nintendo Direct that happened recently.
Oh, I'm excited.
And oh boy, it did some of the stuff from that get a little crazy. So we're gonna kind of just watch through and comment over it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. There's so much stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of just out of nowhere, to be honest. Like it's kind of mixed, right? I feel in the whole Nintendo Direct a little bit. All right, let's get to watching it. Full screen it. All right, you guys ready? Ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Make sure I have good volume here. Let's get the COVID stuff here.
Just to be safe, they gotta make sure they mention that stuff.
Just turn it down a little bit. Ooh, look at that! It's so nice. Nintendo Directs. Visuals.
They really do go all out with this stuff.
They do. I feel like with Nintendo, right? When it comes out something, just people have to listen to it. It's like, oh, what's this? Is it big?
It's also, and I don't know if when you watch these, if you watch kind of like what we're doing right now, watching the stream, if you watch other YouTubers and Twitch streamers watch it and try to guess what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting to just see what other people think in their in the first initial seconds of seeing something.
Monster Hunter Rise. Oh, I didn't even. That didn't even seem like Monster Hunter to me. That just seemed like dragons.
It's dragons. Yeah, well, I mean, Rathalos was there, that's for sure. He was the one that got blown out of the sky.
It just looks like Dark Souls to me. That it looked like Dark Souls for some reason.
Well, I mean, a lot of people when it started off, they were like, "Oh, it's very dark and gothy like Castlevania."
Hello,
yeah.
I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi.
Hey.
Oh, Mr. Koizumi.
Look at this man.
He's such a lad, man.
First trailer
so nice.
Monster
So
Hunter
crisp.
Rise, Sunbreak.
He has like a little lint.
Massive expansion for Monster Hunter Rise.
So yeah, let me put on subtitles real quick for everyone. All right.
Ah.
Our friends at Capcom are working on many new elements that will enhance the experience for players of Monster Hunter.
Well, very
Rise,
purple. You know,
including new
it's
stories,
very
locales,
purple pink.
monsters.
I like the kind of the
Although
vibe
not
of it.
touched on in the
It's
trailer,
very like
hunting
Dark
engines and
Moon
monster
Bayonetta feeling, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak.
How many Monster Hunters is that already?
DLC
Like,
in summer.
Well, this on the Switch right now,
Please
we
stay
have
tuned
Monster
for more
Hunter Rise and
information in the
Monster Hunter Legends.
Let's see our first batch
And
of
then the
Nintendo
big one
Switch
for everybody else is Monster Hunter World, which is not on the Switch. Rise is supposed to be the best one out of all of them right now.
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, this.
Oh, I'm excited about this. one.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this too.
Along with Space
Dude, I love Mario Party.
Birthday Cake, several other boards make their
So,
return.
they have 5 boards
Take
from the
a stroll around
N64.
Woody
Sweet.
Woods, but watch
Ah,
out
the other
for
one
those
is
monster
Generations
holes.
Ultimate.
They'll change the
For
board's
Monster
direction
Hunter.
when you least expect it. Travel
Dude,
between
look-
2 islands and
look at
choose
melons.
tropical
It looks really good. I mean, it's the same engine as Super Mario Party that just came out.
Party day
Yep, yep.
and night in Horrorland.
And
It's
this is-
just
and
they're gonna make it smart this time, hopefully.
Yeah. And this is online too, right?
Players.
Yes.
Yes, that's the thing
Which-
that the other one was missing.
Here's the other thing for me, right? Like, I'm all about having games in my library. But all of this felt like it could have been great just DLC for Super Mario All-Star.
Yeah.
Instead of them going through it and making a whole new game. Like, you guys could have just done this as DLC and people would have bought it.
Yeah. Like it's probably just the better just to sell it as a
Maybe.
new thing.
Nintendo Switch system October 29th.
I guess it's easier to get 60 bucks out of people than it is to get the $15 for DLC.
Yep.
A new RPG is in the cards.
Ooh, cards. RPG.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
Okay.
This one was interesting.
It looks nice. Okay.
It's an
Oh.
interesting looking one for sure. Like, it's very interesting looking.
At the Queen's
Oh,
behest,
okay. It just quickly
set off
just
on a
into it.
fantastical journey to slay
Oh,
the
look at
fierce
that.
dragon for
Yeah.
Oh,
honor.
wow.
It's very interesting
Everything
looking.
in this realm is represented as cards, from the protagonists
Huh.
to shops, towns,
It's like
and
D&D with cards or something. It looks very.
It's very interesting
Square off
looking
and
the
turn
way they
into
do
card
everything.
battles Where your skills
Oh,
and
wow.
a little bit of luck will determine the victor.
I like the look of it. It looks. I like the type. I like card games, kind of like this, just battling.
I'm,
A spellbinding experience. from the
I'm
creative
interested.
minds of Yoko Taro.
Yeah.
but it's not one that I'm going right to.
No.
If that makes sense. Like, it
It seems
looks
like
great,
one-
and the art looks amazing, and the game itself looks great. It was just one that I was just like, okay,
Launches on Nintendo
if I get
interesting.
bored, I might pick it up.
Orders and a free demo will be available today on Nintendo eShop.
Oh,
It's like
there
the
is a
thing you
free
probably
demo.
can like play a little bit of, right? And like, okay, I'm good for today, and then move to something else.
Become a
I
hero
might check
or
out that free
absolute
demo. I didn't know there was a
disaster
free
of a human
demo.
being.
I'm already a disaster of a human being, Nintendo. What are you talking
Christ.
about?
Devoid of your memories. Soon,
Look at this
you'll
art
learn that
style.
you're a detective
Grunge.
and get entangled in a strange murder case.
No, have you played this one? Disco Elysium?
I've seen it, but I haven't played it.
Oh, it looks so good. Like, I've seen so many things about it, and every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pick this up, I just never pull myself to do it.
Skills living within you.
Oh my god.
Your behaviors and available choices will change depending on how you develop these skills, directly
So,
impacting.
is
how
this
the story
just a port coming to the Switch, or is this?
Yeah,
supposed
this is
to
a
be
port.
new?
This is already on PC, and I think
okay.
PS4.
What sort of detective will you become?
I mean, it might be the. This might be the. This is like the the final cut, the full
Final
edition.
cut.
version of the game will launch early 2022.
That's
Pre-orders for the
interesting.
digital version
I know-
begin today on Nintendo
Was it
eShop.
Star Wars Knights of the Republic or whatever is coming to the Switch too?
Uncover more stories
sad
in
about that.
Hyrule Warriors: Age of
Yeah.
Calamity.
Warriors. Give us
I don't know.
already.
I'm
Legend of
okay
Zelda
with
2.
this. I'm excited for this. I loved this game.
Just Breath of the Wild. I want the second one.
But this game is going to shape Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
Because everything that happens in this game is canon.
Yep.
And I'm okay with different style Zelda games. I like that idea.
Is this DLC or is this
This is DLC.
a new game?
This is the second DLC.
I owe him as well.
The King of Hyrule must not fall!
You know, you're pretty good for a little kid.
They really just, like, they really want to tease people like, ooh, Breath of the Wild 2, maybe. I can't wait. I just feel like Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be great.
Yeah, the Disco Elysium coming to the Switch will be the last system that it has to come to. It's on everything else.
Oh, sweet.
If you haven't checked it out, that was really good, dude. Find a streamer to stream it too if you don't want to play it. It's a really good one.
Oh, what the hell? Oh.
Robbie.
Is that the short lady?
Yeah, that's one. That's the short lady from the. From
wow.
Before she becomes a child.
Yeah. Wow.
Pyra?
Okay.
Pyra and Robbie, I believe, were the names.
Ready?
Oh my God.
Chocobo!
It's
It's
Chocobo
Mario
Racing.
Kart. It's Mario Kart with
Get set,
Final Fantasy characters.
Dude, Chocobo Racing was
Spin
great.
Your Final Fantasy characters like Chocobo and Gilgamesh to be the
It's like,
first.
it was, I think, on the
ahead of
PS1, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty good. I love these races. Like, just racers that are not just Mario Kart. It's just interesting to play other racers.
Well, I agree. And, like, I liked Sonic Racing, but I was so upset with how quickly it died out.
Acquire magicites of the same element to cast even more powerful spells.
Like, I feel like that's one of those games that should have gotten a, if you own it, you should get a refund because of how quick it died out.
Use it at the right time to turn the tables.
I mean, it's just no one can really hit the spotlight,
Mario
Mario
Kart. Well, I mean, when
yeah,
you've got it,
Mario Kart.
when you've got it down to a science, it's hard to beat it. You know, it's like Smash Brothers. Like, where do they go for Mario Kart 8? It's a perfect game.
Diddy Kong Racing is probably the only closest thing that I kind of like as well as like just Diddy Kong Racing.
But Diddy Kong Racing also felt more like a traditional racer, not a Mario Kart racer, if that makes sense.
What did you think? Before we show you our
I think
next
South Park had a racing game,
we
I
have
believe.
news about the last fighter
I
for
never
the
played
Super
it.
Smash Brothers Ultimate.
There's a lot. I mean, Eminem, like the candy had.
Mr.
It's a
Sakurai,
racing
the
game.
game's director, will
See,
reveal
this is the part where I thought they literally just said, "Oh, Sakurai."
Sakurai.
Yeah.
Well,
Mr.
here's the
Sakurai's in
thing.
the game.
Here's what I don't understand, right? Not that this slot was gonna have much in it, but like, why not just announce this on Twitter? Just say, "Hey,
It's been about
October 5th will be when we talk about Smash
this will
Brothers."
be the last presentation
Yeah.
of
You don't announce when there's gonna be a Pokemon Direct in your regular Nintendo Directs. So why do you do it with this one?
Next, please take
Yeah,
a
it's so
look at
strange.
I mean, it's definitely gonna get the hype up for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this one I'm so
yeah.
excited for.
Oh my God. Oh.
This
I'm
one
so
I'm
happy.
so excited for.
It looks great. Even
It
if
looks-
this is just the.
Well, when it first came on, I was like, "Is this Splatoon? Is this new Splatoon footage? Like, this looks way too cutesy to be Splatoon."
I thought this was like a weird rendition of like the Tokyo animal game thing. where you kinda survive in
Oh, okay,
Tokyo with
yeah.
animals.
Yeah. I'm happy for
And
what
then,
it is.
and then we see the pink ball.
He's the boy.
Oyo!
Look at him.
Oyo! Look at him. Look at him.
Hard and dirt. I feel you, Kirby.
Oh,
I hate sand.
Kirby Odyssey.
It's one of those ones where like it looks like it's gonna be open world, but it also feels like it's very like 3D linear.
Yeah, I feel like it's maybe half open world. You know,
Yeah,
it's very big environments, but it's just kind of like a
it's very obvious paths you have to take. Because I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest, the Kirby games are never a challenge. They're always
Yeah.
more for a younger audience. Even though grown ass people like me and you fucking love these games.
Love it. Yeah, it's fucking great. Like, look at this. How do you not see this and just have so much joy in your heart just watching this? Like, I'm happy to see
So
this.
cool.
Look at that.
Kirby boy.
It's huge.
Waddle-dee.
I hope it's multiplayer or something. Like, you know, I wish I wish.
Who knows, man? At this point, who knows with Nintendo?
Because that's a feature you need. Because, like, you know, you need to play with your friends or just.
Well, I
either
mean,
co-op on the couch.
just about every Kirby game has been multiplayer at some point.
Yeah.
Except for like maybe the handhelds.
Monkey. Big monkey.
How good it looks! Like, look at that big monkey. He looks so good. The Forgotten Land.
Forgotten Lands, Kirby. I wonder if it's like
It's
a
honestly
bunch of
not that
islands,
far
right?
away either.
Because it looks like there's a bunch of bridges. So I wonder if just the new levels are
That was
just
the trailer for Kirby
different islands.
Forgotten Land.
I feel like it's just gonna be based off of New York City, honestly.
In this new
Probably.
game, you can freely move around in 3D areas using familiar Kirby moves.
I like that crocodile, man.
It
Or alligator.
looks so
It's
good.
huge. That's a big head, small body.
Mysterious.
I got a big head and tiny arms.
What lies in store
Monkey.
for Kirby?
Monkey.
The game is scheduled to release in spring 2022. We hope you'll look forward to Kirby's new adventure.
Order this one's gonna. Well, I doubt it. Fucking
Damn it,
first party
damn it.
Nintendo games don't end up in development hell very often,
Please
Yeah.
take a look.
except for Metroid.
Nintendo just really wants me to spend my money on them, huh? They're really just.
Oh, they're after my wallet this year. I'm
Yeah,
excited
people,
about this
people
one.
were excited about this, and I was like, I don't know what's this all about because I don't play much. I have this game, but I don't play it much at all.
So for those of you that don't know, and I'll explain it for you, Nick. This is
Animal
showing
Crossing.
you who one of the big favorite characters of Animal Crossing is finally being announced. Brewster, who ran the cafe in the last 2 games, was not in the newest one, and a lot of people were really upset
New free content
because
will
Brewster
launch in
was
November.
he makes you coffee, man.
In
And
preparation
you
Oh,
go
is that why?
yeah, you go and get coffee from him every morning, and you do your daily activities with a coffee in your hand, and it's like it's a really dumb little feature that like kind of made everybody be like, yeah, I like that. Like,
Please be on
I
the
love
air
Brewster.
date of this
I
presentation.
can't go back. Nook, I owe Nook money. I don't want it. I owe
Oh
you
man,
Nook
we all
money.
owe Nick money. I need to get playing it again. I've been wanting to.
I love that little snap that he does. It's great. Like, God.
Lots of fun.
2 games, 1 game update.
Woo.
Oh yeah,
Mario Golf.
It's coming to the Mario Golf Super Rush game.
I still haven't played this. My son owns it. I just haven't played it.
Well, I know me, Zack, and Shad played the GameCube version of this. Just the GameCube
Mario
Golf
Golf
one.
GameCube?
Yeah.
What you guys should play is Strikers.
The soccer game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The golf games and the striker game were probably the only ones that I actually liked. The sports games.
Tennis
Like
was fun.
I tried to get into tennis. It just wasn't my thing, man. Like
Yeah.
What's this?
Yo, it's Mickey Mouse.
this game looks like shit.
In a magical
Yeah.
world
I thought
Like-
the invitation was from Smash Bros. And I was like, oh my god, he's coming to Smash.
Like it just looks bad.
It's for, I mean, I get it. It's
Well,
for
this
little
is-
kids. It's gonna
Well,
for
this
kids.
is a 3DS port,
Yeah.
Downloadable content from the
and
God, look
like
at those,
it just
like,
looks bad.
monstrosities.
It just
What the
looks
heck are
so-
those?
World 2 Enchanted Edition. Swords.
It does look bad.
Like I bet you so many people seen Mickey Mouse and they're like, yeah, Sora.
Yes!
Beloved Star Wars game.
Look at this.
Yeah, this one I'm ready. I'm also a little upset that they didn't do like a. I know there's a remake of this coming out,
Droids
Yeah.
but like I don't know why they didn't do like
adventure.
a little more upscaled. You know what I mean?
Or will you be lured to the dark side?
It doesn't look bad, but it also just
Forces determine the galaxy's fate in Star Wars.
looks like it's
The
a
Old
game of
Republic,
its time.
Launching on Nintendo Switch November 11th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo
Look at
eShop.
that.
There's one thing you must always remember.
Dying Light, right?
Hey, human. Wow.
This is the city.
Oh, that is a city.
Stronghold.
England is my city.
That turns people into the
See, here's one thing that I often worry about with these, because like I'm not opposed to cloud versions of games, but like when you buy it, how long do you own it, right? When
I
know-
think you own it very well. It's just it's not as good if you would just have it on like any
Yeah,
other
you
console.
you own access to it, but like, what if this is the one version of this game that you buy, and then in 6 years when you're like, oh, I want to play Dying Light 2 again, I love that game, and you go back to your Switch and the Switch services are down, and you can't access to this game.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting.
I think kind of sucks too, because like if you have a like the digital, which I kind of hate with Switch, is that if you bought the digital version or just on it, like on the Switch, and if you go somewhere with no Wi-Fi, you can't play the game, and I kind of hate that. I'm like, come on.
February 4th, 2022. A free demo will also
It's like they just force you to actually buy the physical copy, but sometimes you can't even buy the physical copy for the game.
Yep.
October 19th. Pre-orders begin
It's very
today
interesting.
on Nintendo
Yeah.
Shop.
I played, I think, the demo of Control, and that was on the like cloud play, and it played all right. It just wasn't
This
great
one,
graphics.
this one I'm very interested in because I loved Octopath Traveler, and I think this one looks so good. I love the 2D 3D game. I think this is some of the most beautiful art styles in video games right now. This one and
Yeah.
Octopath.
The one place I
It's
can
Very
just a strange-
stylized, and it's nostalgic, but also great new story. I love it.
Yeah, because they're trying to capture like the pixelization of like just that 2D plane where you just see top down, right? But they put that 3D element in it, which just makes the map look great.
But it's also, oh, this is a tactics game. I didn't realize this was a tactic game. Okay.
Previous dialogue.
I thought it was gonna be a turn-based. Well, I mean, obviously it is turn-based still, but
Streamlined game flow and
It's kind of like what's that one?
this guy,
XCOM?
yeah. Well, I would say it's less like XCOM and more like Advanced Wars.
will launch
Yeah.
on Nintendo
XCOM is more, if you want to put XCOM towards anything, it's more like the Mario and Rabbids game, where it is a tactics game, but it's a very different kind of tactics game.
Oh,
I am ready for this.
I wonder what Scrub thinks about this, because I know he's a big Metroid fan.
Yeah. So if you don't know anything about this one, this is supposed to be a sequel to the Game Boy game Metroid Prime Fusion, or Metroid Fusion, or something like that.
Dude, that thing
And-
looks like the dog from Half-Life.
I'm excited for this game. This game looks so good.
I don't think I've ever played a Metroid game.
Metroid Fusion was probably one of my favorite games when I was growing up. I played it so much that I wore out my Game Boy Advance.
Oh boy. It looks cool. I mean, but I mean it's a 2D, like I guess not 2D, like just a platformer. But I'm pretty sure people who are just huge Metroid fans are,
They're
jizzing in their
shitting
pants.
their pants right now.
Yeah, it's hell yeah.
I mean, this isn't the Metroid game they wanted, but it's the Metroid game they're getting, if that makes
getting.
sense. They'll just have to deal with it, man.
bounty hunter in the galaxy embarks on a new mission.
Yeah, what's with the different armor that she was wearing earlier?
In Metroid Fusion, her armor gets possessed by the X-Parasite, and she gets a different kind of armor. So I can only assume that this is an expansion on that armor.
All right.
Because she does have her normal outfit there.
Divided into multiple environments.
Kind of. I don't really remember her wearing
And
white
then change
pants.
it right there. Yeah.
But I think that first one that we
Really
see, where
white
she's got
hits.
the blue and red,
Mighty Chozo civilization
I think that's without her having the shoulders stuff, if that makes sense.
Chozo
Yeah.
have once called
Uh-oh.
the planet
Zach in the chat, he said, "Hope all's going well. I'm out here making that money.
Hey, Lay.
So make that money."
and life forms you may encounter in the Metroid Dread game.
Thanks for
Really
giving me your
The
job.
other Metroid games there as well. You'll want to
Yeah, he's gonna replace you from now on, Zach.
lie ahead.
Just a disembodied head.
I feel like they really want to make this scary or spooky. I feel like that's the vibe they're trying to go for.
They're really going for a more horror feel for it.
Up next, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch Online. Oh, this is what I was very excited about. I was really
Since it launched in September 2018.
Okay. I have.
In addition to the current membership.
I'm going to get this, right? But I will say that
This new plan's content.
I feel like it's a shit move to add it to new like an extra kind of thing, right?
I don't even care about that. I don't even care about that. What I hate is how Nintendo fucking names things.
Oh.
Right? The way they name things, like the Game Boy new 3DS DS. Like what what are you doing? You know, Nintendo Online expansion pass. What?
Yeah, expansion pass is very weird.
What a dumb name for this. Why not call it Nintendo Online Plus?
Yeah, expansion pass is better.
Or if you don't want to use PlayStation's thing, why not call it Nintendo Online Red or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ultra plus Ultra something. Give it something.
Plus, but can we talk about how much the licensing would have cost them to get all of these games for free?
Yeah,
for members.
That's what I was so shocked about, like the N64 thing. I was like, holy shit! Like,
so the Sega games. But the thing with the Sega games is, I think only 3 of them aren't already on the Switch.
Yep.
Right. I think it's like Echo.
This is Nintendo Switch.
Fuck, it's
Plus
Echo and something else.
Plus expansion pack.
It's such a dumb name.
So
why not just call it Nintendo Online 64? You know?
Yeah. Is it more money just to get that expansion pack?
Yes, it's going to be a new. It's going to be a new membership plan.
Those who have an existing membership plan can change over to the new plan.
And I know, like I feel like the controllers are probably already sold out. Like,
no, so the controllers, the way they're doing it is unless you're they're not sold yet, and you can't buy them unless you're a Nintendo Online member. So they haven't. You can't go to GameStop and pre-order them all. You can't. This is to me.
Okay, look at these games.
Okay, okay. Let's talk about these. Right. What the fuck is Winback?
I have no clue. Maybe Winback is kind of like, you know, shooters. Like,
obviously, 7 of these games were given. You know what I mean? These are the big hitters for the 64. Maybe not Dr. Mario. I feel like
for sure the 2 in the front, Super Mario 64, and then Ocarina of Time.
I would say the whole top row and Ocarina of Time.
Yep. Heavy
hitters. Even Mario Tennis. I enjoyed Mario Tennis on the
N64.
N64. I thought it was great. I don't know what this other one is. I know it only released in Japan, but I've heard that it's a really good one. And Winback is also one of those ones that I have never played.
My guess
I
is
always heard good things about it.
Yeah, my guess it's like a Winback is probably kind of like those arcade shooters or something.
I'm surprised with as big as Turok was on the 64, they didn't put Turok on here.
Yeah, I don't think they probably could get it. I'm surprised they didn't put the Superman N64 game in
I'm
here.
so glad they didn't do that.
There's a lot.
But
It's sorry.
From what
it's
I understand,
be hard for rare games though. You know, like Conquer
I don't know
Day or any of that.
I don't know.
It's gonna be difficult to get those because
I disagree, because think about how friendly Nintendo and Xbox have been recently. I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest was going to be an Xbox exclusive. Cuphead is an Xbox exclusive. Now you can get them on the Switch, you know?
Yeah.
Xbox and Nintendo have been real buddy-buddy recently, and I don't think we're going to have any trouble getting Donkey Kong 64 or Jet Force Gemini or even Diddy Kong Racing over to the Switch. I think they'll absolutely be on here at any given moments in between now and the next year. Yeah,
at some point. I mean, there's a lot of good titles. Like I own a 64 anyways, and I own a lot of games to the N64. But I mean, there's a lot of games that they could add.
Every game shown except for Winback and the Japan only game I own currently, and I am excited to play that.
Should have been perfect to be on this. Come on, they could have put GoldenEye.
Isn't GoldenEye rare though? Wasn't that rare?
Yeah,
so I think it's
pretty
rare. Sure.
But it's still, I mean, it's still a good idea to put that there. I'm pretty sure they'll show later the other games they're adding too.
So yeah, GoldenEye was rare.
Listed.
This one,
Golden Axe. Look at that, Golden Axe.
So, but the thing is all these games right now, except for Shining Force, Strider, and Musha, are already on the Switch. You can get everything in the Genesis collection, and then Castlevania and there's one other. Oh, and Contra are already on there in the Konami collection.
But Bandit,
So
let me put in quotes. This is free.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Let's just say you're paying $50 a year now instead of the 30. You know what I mean? After 12 years or even 2 years, you're already paying double what these games are worth on their system. Because right now, I think the Konami one is $5 and the Sega one is $15. So that's $20 right there for all these games permanently. You know, after a year, you're paying an extra $20 unless they're going to be adding games to this, which no.
Yeah,
I don't know how many.
It is.
I don't know.
It is a thing where you kind of right now. I don't think it's really worth it getting extra just to get these games. But if they add more that are like, oh, like they don't sell that anymore, or you can't really get that anymore. Then yeah, I mean, if you really like playing that game, like Comic Zone or whatever, you ever played that?
No, I haven't.
Comic Zone or whatever like that. It was a really cool fighting game for the Genesis. It was just side scroller, like you go through comics defeating enemies and stuff like that. It was very fun, but it's really hard to find, you know, unless you kind of get like a Genesis pack thing, but that's not on the Switch or anything like that. So I mean, if they added something like that, then yeah, I would totally get it because I like that game.
Well, I do know that Nintendo is known for putting obscure ass games on their online service. Like if you go to the NES as well as the SNES currently on there are a lot of big hitters, but there's also a lot of like
just weird ones.
What? Why this one? And then you play them, you're like, all right, I see why. They're really good, you know?
Yeah, it's like who wanted this?
But I mean, this one right here was already like as soon as I seen this, I was like, cool, I'm buying it.
Majora's Mask, which is awesome. They have 2 big Zelda games already.
Yep. Well, I mean, with these 2 coming on there, the only ones on the Switch that you can't play right now. Yeah, with Ocarina and Majora's Mask, the only Zelda games you can't play on the Switch right now are Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, which it's still the Zelda's 35th anniversary. I guarantee you we'll see something at least with those 2 pop up. And besides that, it's the Game Boy ones that aren't on the Switch. And I still, honestly, instead of the Genesis, I would have preferred a Game Boy emulator. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That would have been something I would have liked to see. Playing all the Pokemon games, even if you go all the way through Advance, you can get the Mega Man Zero games, which were great games.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance games, man. Let me play Harry Potter. Pokemon Snap was great. Like Kirby
F-Zero X. That was the one where you get a lightsaber. Paper Mario. Banjo
Kazooie.
Yep. So we already know that Banjo's there. That's one rare game.
Yep. I was look at this.
Okay, here's something I have to point out, right?
Yeah.
When they look at this controller, right? This is the exact same N64 model when we were kids, right?
Yep.
That joystick is a piece of
garbage.
Shit.
Yep, it's fucking garbage. Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree. When I got my N64, I bought like new ones from these companies that, you know, did their own type of controller, like modern day controller, and those
and one more thing before we move on from this, the other thing that irritates me with this, right? Japan is getting a different Sega Genesis controller.
What are they getting?
I'm just gonna DM it to you if you want to let's see. They are getting this
go
one.
Black for a little second. We'll go black for a second. Okay. I would have to. Hold on. Can I view?
I mean, I could probably just send you the article if you'd rather do that.
Well, open link. There we go. There it is.
They're getting the six. They're getting the 6-button controller.
Nope.
And we're getting the 3 one.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, because then they technically get the 6 one, and then in America we only got the 3.
I had a 6-button one.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could still get the 6 one.
Because the 6-button one is. Do you remember the old beast fighting game?
Yeah.
Primal Fight or something like that?
Yeah. Because I know there's a lot of games that had to use the 6-button one that use a 6-button, and then if you try to use a 3-button one, it like you were limited to like not using an ability or something.
Primal Rage. Primal Rage on the Genesis, the dinosaur fighting one. That one used all 6 buttons. Yeah, if you played a 3-button one, you couldn't play Primal Rage. Yeah. So it's very weird that they're doing a lesser even if you don't play a game that uses all 6 buttons, the chance of them releasing a game that you need all 6 buttons for and you don't have the controller, you're just like, why? Why would you do this? You know, which makes me think that Japan is going to get different games that America doesn't get. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? Okay, I think what's the difference here is I'm pretty sure the one on the right, that one looks, for some reason in my eye, looks way better because the one on the left looks like it's so cheap or something. I don't know what's with it.
Very small looking.
I like the one on the right.
I believe the one on the right is the Genesis. The one on the left is the Mega Drive controller, which was the bigger Genesis. It was in between Genesis and the Saturn, if you will.
Yeah. And I think thinking about it, most games, most games just only use 3 buttons. Because I think it was because of the controller anyways. But
well, like I said, this is mostly, I mean, this is a fighting game controller, man. This is, for a lot of people back then, this was the controller they preferred to use on some fighting games. And I know why. I mean, more buttons means easier combos. You know what I mean? Instead of mashing the same button 17 times, you do X, Y, B, A, C, or Z, or whatever it was.
I want a mix of both. To be honest, I want the 6 buttons, but I want it
on the Genesis controller.
Yeah, I want the way it looks on the other one. Because look at that, like it looks I like the way it looks curved a little bit more. You know, kind of have handles.
The other thing is the pricing on these.
I'm pretty sure they're high. What they're like? What?
$50 each.
Yeah, that makes sense.
$50. I mean, okay, for a brand new N64 controller, that's not a terrible price because you can't get them anymore. They're very hard to get. The problem
you can't get original one anymore. That's
and it goes back to that joystick right now. I wouldn't pay $50 for that.
The question is, did they fix that problem, right? Did they fix the whole, they fix that shitty like plastic rubbing too much and you can never work? If they fix that problem, then that's great for that controller if they fixed it.
I hope so. But do you remember the Mario Party where you had to play tug of war with Bowser?
Oh yeah.
Or where your head was put on Bowser and you had to rotate the joystick and you would just use the palm of your hand?
It would dig in. Yeah, it would dig
in. That is what absolutely gave me calluses, but that game is what fucked up my controllers. Every single one.
Oh my god! I just realized this is perfect. You know how Dark Souls 1 is on the Switch? Can you imagine using an N64 controller to play Dark Souls 1? Like just on the Switch. Like this is perfect to play.
Honestly, it's not terrible. Yeah. If you map every one of the C buttons to basically what you do for Legend of Zelda, you have your AB dodge roll, you have your heavy attack, and your Z can be your block. The hardest thing would be, well, I guess you could use A as your light attack. I don't know. That would be interesting.
A or B for their attacks, maybe triggers for
blocking and heavy.
Probably Z maybe would be throwing it.
Well, targeting too, because if this is the exact model, that joystick doesn't have a button on it. It's just the joystick.
Yeah, Z would be targeting. That'd be interesting. Okay, let's go.
That would be very interesting.
Just look at those, man. That looks clean.
Look at that joystick. That joystick looks like shit.
Yeah, they didn't fix that.
It does not look like it.
Put a GameCube stick on that shit. God.
Yeah.
Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Snap.
There's plenty to play in these collections.
Woo. Collections.
Cyberpunk meets fantasy in this 3-game collection of cult classic RPGs. As a Shadowrunner mercenary,
Wow, Cyberpunk changed so much.
Shadowrun. These were interesting games. It was kind of like fantasy cyberpunk. You had
Yeah.
trolls, you had elves, you had everything in a fantasy Tolkien world, but in a
XCOM combat. Dude, this is
yeah. This is your XCOM combat.
Yeah.
This one,
Castlevania. Yeah.
pretty interesting because the only one that I'm upset is they don't have. It doesn't look like they have Symphony of the Night on here, which is unfortunate because this is the best one.
We got Sam and Belmont.
That Alucard, man.
As well as a gallery mode with never before seen artwork are included.
Look at that vampire. Look at that
Oh.
vampire.
I love. Have you seen the anime yet for it?
No.
Oh, you haven't watched it? We need to watch
no.
that sometime, Nick. It's so good. Gory, bloody, and disgusting. I love it.
Oh god, this is making me throw up. Oh jeez, what the fuck is that? That was a
What
weird.
game
That was a weird
this?
zoom in.
The classic Super
Fillmore.
NES game ActRaiser returns on
ActRaiser.
Now
Yeah.
HD.
I don't think I ever played this one.
Almighty
Look
God,
at this.
only you can save mankind from the forces of Tanzra, the Lord.
I know this is kind of like a Metroidvania, but it's also like a.
monsters in the side-scrolling action phase.
So much anime, man. So much anime in these video games. Oh man, this looks weird. It looks like It looks like claymation. What the heck?
Yeah, it's very interesting. But then it also has this kind of gameplay
Yeah. Is that
where you
chibi?
build a world.
It's up to you to decide which structures will be destroyed. To make way
Wow.
for
This
new-
is really Japanese.
Black,
game.
a la
This is
black
very
and white and stuff like that. That's one game that needs to come back. Black and white.
will increase, giving you an edge in both
Oh.
phases.
I like kind of for some reason I'm thinking of like a mobile game. Like it's like this could be a mobile game. That's for sure.
I mean, it was
That
probably
level
the
up.
idea that a lot of mobile games came from.
That person was level 99.
ActRaiser Renaissance descends onto
ActRaiser Renaissance.
A new
Ah,
chapter is about
Deltarune.
to unfold.
Anything
Alright.
from Undertale
Whoa.
creators, great.
Alright.
Ah,
I don't think I can. Hold on. Let me pause there real quick. Sorry about that, everyone. Voice. There you go. Up just a little bit. All right. I played Undertale a little bit, but I've never like finished it.
I don't even know if mine's
So is this
stopping.
Undertale? Or is this just a new game?
This is the same creator, just different game.
Okay.
So I can't remember his name. Mark something. He's made Deltarune, which is his sequel to Undertale, essentially.
Okay, that's fair.
And here's the classic. Here's a bunch of games just to fit them in there. Let's go, Nintendo.
And it's just a list of games now.
Yeah, this will just be essentially
Of America.
a bunch of
Shinra.
games.
They're like, oh, this is games. Wreckfest. Oh, that's coming to Switch? Hell yeah. Game. Rune Factory. Oh, okay. All right, nice. That's not bad. Some of those look
Yeah,
okay.
there's a lot of really good, interesting games.
Today's Nintendo Direct.
Nothing
Oh.
crazy, nothing.
Oh,
What brings you in?
it's Miyamoto.
Make an announcement, so I was hoping I could step in.
Oh, of
Look at him.
course.
Look at him.
Hi everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
What a handsome man.
Previously announced that I have been working with the Hollywood movie studio Illumination and its CEO and producer
Illumination.
Dandri-san, who are known for movies like Despicable Me and Sing, in making a full-length animated Mario movie for the big screen. Today, I wanted to announce its theatrical release timing. Ta-da!
In theaters, holiday, just
The movie will
holiday.
be released in theaters in holiday 2022.
Does that what holiday? Does it mean
Release date for
Christmas?
North America is on December 21st and will be announcing
I don't
release
know.
dates for Japan, Europe, and other regions at a later timing. It'll be a while longer until we can share a glimpse of Mario in action on the big screen.
Glimpse of Mario.
Today, I also wanted to reveal our key cast members who will be voicing Mario.
You don't
and
realize
friends in
Mario's
the
hair is like brown, but his mustache is like
First,
black.
Yeah, it's always been like that. Same with
That's
Luigi's.
true.
played by Chris
This
Pratt.
is
Chris
interesting for
Pratt
me.
is
Chris
Mario.
Pratt, yeah.
Mario will be talking a lot in the movie.
Who we be talking up a lot?
As performed by the very talented Chris-san.
Chris-san. Look at her.
Princess Peach will be played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor.
Can't
She was
wait
great
to
in
see a very
Queen's
spirited
Gambit.
Princess Peach.
I have not seen it at all.
Mario's little brother,
It's good. It's a good
Luigi,
show.
will be
I love
played
it.
by
It's
Charlie
chest. This is
Day.
all chest. Charlie Day.
Excited for you to see
I'm okay with
Princess
Charlie Day.
Peach
I want to see Luigi memes about the conspiracy Charlie Day.
Oh
played
my
by the
god.
one and only Jack
Look at
Black.
this. Jack
I'm
Black.
expecting a monster performance by Jack-san. The comedian
Fucking
Keegan
Keegan.
Michael Key will be
Oh.
playing Toad. I'm looking forward to great comedic moments.
I wish they just dressed them up as like the
Even
characters,
though
but
this
had
is a Mario
Absolutely.
movie, Donkey Kong
I
Seth
just want to see
Rogen.
Seth Rogen in a Donkey Kong outfit.
I'm eager for you to see a
the little laugh.
If he doesn't say Banana Slamma at least once in this movie, I'm going to be upset.
Oh my God. Look how happy that man looks. So happy.
Will be appearing in surprise cameos in the movie.
Yeah, what a lad.
We also have more incredible talent
Spike.
joining the
Like,
film's
Cranky
like
Kong,
what is that icon
Nack.
for Spike?
I don't know.
Is that
Looks like someone farting.
When I think of Spike, well, it was somebody with a beard, but when I think of Spike, I think of Spike, the guy that throws the balls at you.
Yeah.
The one that you can play at Mario Party, and they're like
Yes, and I
some
myself
weird
am pursuing a
icon for
creative
Spike.
process that is a little bit different from making games.
Oh, certainly I think of the football guys.
Updates, but I hope you'll look
Oh, that's Chuck. That's Charging Chuck.
Back to you.
Charging Chuck.
Please look forward to Mario's adventure jumping into the world of motion pictures.
Man, that piece of lint on his like shoulder is really bothering me.
Can we talk about how he just looked at Miyamoto-san after he was done?
Oh, yeah, he's like, ugh.
the way he looked at me, he was like, "Are you fucking done, dude? You done?
Yeah.
Can I move on with my show? Thank you."
It's Jesus, man.
I am
Save some
excited
pussy
for this
for the
game.
rest of us.
I am so excited for this game.
I was
man.
surprised.
Like-
I was like Splatoon 3. I was like, didn't they just?
Oh
make
yeah,
a Splatoon
well
2?
they just announced Splatoon 3 2 directs ago, I think is what it was. And the thing with Splatoon 2 is it's the same exact engine from the Wii U version, so it wasn't really a new Splatoon, if it makes sense. It was new in a sense, but it wasn't like them adding ninja whips and bow and arrows and shit new. And a lot of go ahead.
Sorry, it's like I really every time I see this, I just really reminds me of Knockout City now. because
Yeah.
we've been playing it, but-
Well, I mean, and a lot of the assets from Splatoon 1 were reused in Splatoon 2, like the weapons and stuff. I don't think there were very many new weapons added.
Is there a story, like a story mode to this?
Yeah, each one has a different story and they all tie together. And the Octo expansion for 2 was probably the best one out of all three of the stories so far.
Yeah. Was that Master Roshi?
That's
Is that Master Roshi? That looked like Master Roshi to me.
I can't remember his name, but he's like he's a captain.
I like they just been like, yep, that's Master Roshi. He just took over from Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it looks interesting.
Captain Cuttlefish was his name.
Oh, Captain Cuttlefish. That's a good name. Splatoon 3 with that skate low like text font. You know, and what are these? Something called.
These are the mammalians.
mammalians.
So Splatoon takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where all of ocean life has climbed onto land and all mammals are dead.
Studying the mysterious squids that can transform into humanoid form. What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3. Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far. Splatoon 3 takes place in Splatsville. It's known as the City of Chaos. Centered around Splatsville are the Splatlands, a place
Splatlands.
inhabited by advanced sea creatures such as squids and
It's the hood.
buildings spanning several generations are crammed into the city.
Oh yeah, they definitely made this look more like a rundown, because the last one takes place in almost like a mall hub, and the first one takes place in a
to ink the most area.
like a town square.
Trend seems
Yeah.
to have undergone
And this one's definitely in more like a slummy looking area.
Fucking mech. Is that a crab mech?
Yeah, it looks like a crab neck. You can be a ninja squid.
the footage. We were able to
God.
observe activities from Story Mode, the single-player campaign.
Return of the mammalians.
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 Mammals appears
Mammals.
to be the theme of Story Mode this time around. What could this possibly mean in a world where all mammals,
Masaroshi.
for two cats, have vanished?
Weird.
It appears that there's still a lot to
I
uncover,
love these games. They're so much fun, and the music is so good in them.
but we'll continue with our research and keep you updated.
Remember when
as
this
more
game
results
came out, like
become available.
Splatoon came out? It was such a big old hype, you
Please
know.
look forward to more.
I mean, it got the hype that it deserved, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it really, it was, I mean, if you think about it, it was Nintendo's first big IP in a long ass time.
Yeah.
And then they tried to do the exact same thing recently with ARMS, and it kind of fell on its
Failed. It just
face.
flopped.
It was just because the gameplay wasn't as exciting as Splatoon.
2022.
Yeah, motion controls don't work very well. Like people love the Wii, but they like motion controls kind of just.
The motion controls for ARMS on the Switch were really good. It was just,
Please take a
it
look.
wasn't as exhilarating, right? It wasn't
Yeah.
anything new. It was just long distance boxing versus like Splatoon being a new shooter style game and
Yeah.
turf war instead of just
That
kill
fucking dog is
everybody.
buff.
It's
Yeah.
a rip dog.
You know, when I saw this, I really thought this was a fucking kaiju fighting game, and I was so excited with this. For like, would you just kind of just
I was upset when I first seen it because I know who this is from. It's very obvious who this is from, and I was like, all right, cool. This is Bayonetta 3 finally. Absolutely cannot wait. But I've also been playing Astral Chain recently. And the first thing you see is this dog with his fingers in a gun, and I'm like, really? They did a sequel to Astral Chain before they finished Bayonetta 3? I was so upset. And then it happened. I was like, oh, thank God.
I do like Bayonetta's
Patrol.
hair though for this for sure.
What's that?
Bayonetta's hair.
Oh, it looks great. I think this whole game looks great. I
Look at
can't
that
wait.
pea little.
Good old Platinum. Gotta put it in there. Yeah, this dog is from Astral Chain.
Yeah.
Platinum dog.
I really enjoyed playing Bayonetta 2, like on PC.
Oh,
It was great.
1 and 2 were great. I never finished 2. I need to, but 1
Look at
and 2
that.
were great.
Ooh, look at that! Oh my God, Queen.
I love it. It looks so good.
Step on me.
Seems I'm unfashionably late.
It's like her. I wonder if
Ready to give
it
you
looks kind of like her hair is very long. It's kind of wrapped around her body.
It is. If you go back, her hair is tied in a bow tie on her
Oh, yeah,
back.
yeah, yep. I see that.
Like
right
those
there.
are her hairs hanging off.
She's got so long.
Which is nice because in 2 she had short hair.
Yeah,
and
very
then
short
in
hair, yeah.
1 she had long hair. I'm excited. It looks
I'm
good.
glad she went back to the very long hair. Oh my God, butterfly! Look at that! Ora!
It's great.
Ora!
It was
Ora!
so
Ora!
fucking good.
Ora! Oh my God! Look at that! She's dancing. Queen. It's really just like JoJo, to be honest. It's just like a really.
Oh, I think this whole scene coming up where it shows her fighting as I love just seeing her dance
she's just
when
dancing.
she's fighting. She's just dancing away. Looter.
Fantastic. Oh, I love
Great.
it.
I love it.
Only Japan could come up with this stuff. It's fucking fantastic. I love it.
It looks so good. I'm so excited for this game. Like, look at her bust a fucking move while some hair spider's whooping this thing.
DDR in the background.
So good. Boom. Oh,
Bayonetta.
love it. I can't wait.
Woo. That shit. Just Godzilla skateboarding. Woo. It really just reminds me of like No More Heroes too, like the way it looks as well.
Yeah,
like a really just the same.
Have you played the new No More Heroes yet?
No, I have not.
It's so good.
Don't spoil it for me. Ooh,
That
who's this
sword,
guy?
no idea.
Is that Dante?
It's probably not a guy. It's probably another witch.
Is that Dante? It is a female.
2017, and we thank you for your
2017.
patience. This game.
They announced the game in 2017. Jeez.
We hope you look forward to Bayonetta's new encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was an announced title. When they announced the Switch, they announced Bayonetta 3.
Sweet.
Thank you for watching.
Is that it? Oh, that's it. Nintendo. Thoughts about this direct?
Man, honestly, this has probably been one of the best directs that's come out in a few, probably since it's been a while since they've had a direct that actually made me excited for things. You know what I mean? Because I will say probably when they did the Mario anniversary direct was really good, and all the Animal Crossing directs are very good, and the Pokemon directs are also really good. But like the Nintendo directs themselves, where it's just them talking about games coming to the Switch, have been kind of mediocre because Nintendo themselves, I mean, haven't really been doing a whole lot of big things, you know?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing they got going on this year is Pokemon, Diamond and Pearl, and Arceus.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we got Skyward Sword, which was easily the least favorited of all the Zelda games. There's just so many things this has just been a slow year for first party Nintendo games. That, like I said, this is just one of those ones where like that.
Really
one after another was something new, something good, and it was very satisfying.
Yeah. It really hit the spot for sure. From even me, like I don't really care for much Nintendo. Like I own a Switch and stuff like that. But like most of the directs and games, I'd be like, I really don't care. That's not for me. So when I saw this direct and the games like Bayonetta, the whole N64 stuff, and Kirby and the Mario Party, and I was like oh, I love these games. Like I love Kirby. I love Mario Party games because they're great to play with people. So much fun. And then just Bayonetta and Choi, the way she that character, because oh my god, it's just fantastic.
Platinum does such a good job with all of their games. I mean, if you think about it, I think before Platinum was Platinum, they were Clover Studios, and they did Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe.
I love that. See, I want a GameCube emulator on the Switch, and I want Beautiful Joe so bad. All four of them. Cannot wait. But I mean, they did. What was the Wonderful 101, which was a fantastic game, and Astral Chain, which was their most recent one that came out, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. Also, very good game. And the thing is each time they do a game, it feels different from the last. It doesn't feel like a Devil May Cry. Every Devil May Cry to me feels the same. They're great games. I'm not going to knock that, but they feel very samey as the last Devil May Cry, which they all feel similar to Bayonetta in that aspect. But I mean, Beautiful Joe is a totally different game. Wonderful 101, totally different game. Astral Chain, totally different mechanics in the game. Love it.
For sure, I think what Bayonetta does really well is that it really knows how to spread it apart. You know what I mean? It's not like it comes out so often, just Bayonetta. it's good spacing for these games, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, people haven't thought about Bayonetta in a while, and now like it's coming.
Yes and no, because so Bayonetta came out back in, I want to say 2010 era, I want to say is when Bayonetta originally came out, and I got it on the Xbox, right? And Bayonetta after that was essentially dead. The only reason Bayonetta 2 came out, and the only reason it came out on the Wii U, is because nobody thought that people wanted another Bayonetta game. Nobody thought that it was a game, that genre of game was popular anymore. And when Platinum approached PlayStation and Xbox, they both said no because they were running out of money. I believe they weren't Clover anymore. I think they were just now becoming Platinum or something like that. Yep. And when they approached Nintendo said sure, but it's our game, not a console, like a multi-plat game. And they said sure. It was the same thing that they did with Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 was almost a dead game. It almost didn't come out because at the time Xbox was worried about shooters, PlayStation was worried about simulating racing games. They didn't think that the horror genre was going anywhere. So Capcom approached Nintendo, and Nintendo said, sure, you can put this game on our GameCube as long as you break the system for what it's worth, and it's only on our system. So that's why you see a lot of those Resident Evil 4s only for GameCube cases, and those go for a lot because for the longest time you couldn't get that game on anything else. Now it's on everything, but it's I mean, but that's why Nintendo owns Bayonetta now, and I think I think she's found a great home in there because I mean, in 2 when they did all the Nintendo DLC and stuff like that, they presented Miyamoto with Bayonetta's outfits for Samus and for Peach and stuff like that, and for Link. And Miyamoto was like, oh yeah, these look really great, but isn't your character supposed to be really sexy and stuff like that? Take the character and make her character, but just use our clothes. That's why when you look at the Zelda skin Bayonetta or the Samus skin Bayonetta, the Peach skin Bayonetta, they're very sexy versions of those outfits. And that was something that Nintendo told them to do, which was Nintendo's first real step in a direction of someone saying, take our IP and spin it your way, and make it good, which has to me been Nintendo's biggest saving grace recently. Honestly,
that was a very good decision to doing something like that. Instead of being family friendly Nintendo, going for a more grown up audience. And that's fantastic. Bayonetta is very fun character to play with. Play as.
Oh yeah, she's great. I mean,
I know it was around the same era. I think it was around the same era too as No More Heroes. These type of.
Well, same thing. I mean, No More Heroes is only been on the Switch and the Wii, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the Wii.
It was on the PlayStation as well.
Oh, was it on the PlayStation? Yeah, I don't remember.
Remember that PlayStation move thing like that?
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah,
the thing that sucked. Yeah, I forgot about that thing. Holy shit.
Yeah, everyone forgot about that thing. It sucked.
It was not good. It was a very, very shitty thing.
Yeah. Also, Kumo says hi in the chat. Hey, Kumo. Hi. It really, I know they even reused that for their VR stuff too, and it's just shit. I mean,
it's I mean, if you're gonna get VR, just get an Oculus.
Yeah, Oculus, or wait until these other companies who are making really good VR headsets. They only usually just sold them to companies, but some big name ones that are making VR headsets that are better than the Oculus, and they're making them just maybe $100 more. They're coming to sell it to actual consumer people recently. There's a couple of companies. Some of them look real good. I know there's I think a Chinese or Japanese company that sells VR that's slightly better than the Oculus, and it looks exactly the same.
That's just how all technology is going to be,
Yeah.
Whatever happens now, no matter what comes out next, it's going to be a little bit better. So it's always it's just like the Switch, you know, or it's kind of like what they do with any consoles, you know. PlayStation is always going to come out after Xbox, so Xbox looks shittier than PlayStation. You know, granted, the couple months in between shouldn't matter, but for some odd reason it does.
Speaking of PlayStation, we'll just segue real quick. Speaking of PlayStation, their whole thing of showing recently God of War and their whole showcase that went by. Oh my God. Oh, I'm excited for God of War, to be honest. PlayStation really wasn't, you know, putting anything out, and you know, for the PS5, and they're really, you know, lacking. You know, I thought the PlayStation really didn't win this year whatsoever, and now they're like, "Yo, wait, don't count us out."
Yeah,
God of
but
War.
The thing is we already knew it was coming, right?
Yeah.
They announced it almost after God of War. I want to say they announced it after I played God of War last year, because I didn't play the new God of War until middle of quarantine last year, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. Bought it, downloaded it, and I was like, why didn't I play this sooner? It's such a great game. But I think it was after God of War won the award for best game of last year or whatever it was. That's when they announced Ragnarok.
I know, because like with most of it, right, for the new Ragnarok game, it's very questionable coming out. Even the progress of the PS5 and all the shit that's going on with it, and I thought it was probably going to wait until like maybe a year, 2 years, or whatever before it even got like fully announced or even a trailer. But it's still great. You know what I mean? Having a trailer, I'm very excited. I think, is it coming just to only PS5, or is it coming also just also PS4?
I think it's just PS5.
Ugh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I'm pretty sure they'll probably put it on the PS4 too. That's all. I feel like PlayStation want to do that, but yeah, in its PlayStation.
I don't know, man, because it's like, for example, Breath of the Wild, right? They put Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. And I have a friend who bought Breath of the Wild on a Wii U because he didn't want to buy a new system. He's like, I'm not going to buy that new system. I've got a system that will play the new game. I'm just going to buy it on the Wii U. And he bought it on the Wii U, and I bought it on the Switch with my Switch, and I brought it into work one day, and I was playing it, and he watched me play it, and he's like, man, I regret my decision. I'm like, why? He's like, because the load time that I'm watching you play right now on that is 75% faster than the load time on the Wii U. And I was like, well, yeah, it's a new system, new processor, new everything. So obviously everything's going to run better, run faster. Look at Ghost of Tsushima, look at Dark Souls, look at anything that runs. Yeah, look at anything that runs on a newer system versus an older system. I feel like them putting it on the PS4, well, yes, it would get the game in the hands of more people, would be dumb, because it would also be limiting what the game is capable of, because you know when reviews come out of that game, it's never going to be of the best version of the game. People only ever review the bad versions of the game, like for example Sonic Colors Ultimate that just came out. The Switch is the worst version of the game. Guess what is the version everybody is talking about? Not the PlayStation version, not the PC version, not the Xbox version. They're talking about the Switch version. Every other version is great. The Switch version is not. It has a lot of bugs, has a lot of bullshit. But for some odd reason, that's what they do with the Switch. They put their shit on the Switch, and just to get it in the hands of the younger the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think in this kind, I feel like even on the PS4, playing God of War on the PS4, which I did, it was still great. It played fine. You know how it's like no loading screens. You just kind of walked everywhere, and it just like happened. And I'm pretty sure they're using the same engine too. It doesn't even look that different. It just looks like more add-on to the story. And I'm pretty sure it's probably still going to play the same, you know, for the PS4. So I'm pretty sure it's probably have no problem, even if they review it on the PS4. Because I know most people can't even get a PS5. And if they do get a PS5, it's the shitty one that has the horrible cooling system going on with it or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Sync bullshit. So again, I'm pretty sure with the PS4, it's fine.
And that's the other thing right now, these fucking scalpers and not being able to get a hold of things like processors and graphics cards and stuff like that. Like, it is absolutely insane what people, I mean, it's gotten so bad that they've taken Pokemon cards out of physical retailers because people don't know how to act around people. They don't know how to do things properly. They go in and they buy everything so they can sell it, or so they can post a fucking YouTube video about it, right? Like, I just want to go buy some Pokemon cards, man, for my collection.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
come
the
on.
same thing with Funko Pops, man. Like, I like Funko Pops. I don't like, I have a couple, but I'm not like a big collector or whatever. And it's like, I remember Funko Pops used to be very cheap, you know, just kind of like, oh, you know, these are things, you know, look nice. And then when the collectors came around, you know, a lot of them skyrocketed. There was fucking way more. Like, recently went to a collector show that I like going to. It's called Frankensons. It's just like a kind of, it's so weird how it is. It's kind of like if it was Comic-Con, only like the selling area of Comic-Con every day or something like that, like right every 3 days, like every like,
Yeah.
they open for 3 days of the week, but it's still fantastic. You go there, you can buy stuff from like baseball cards, Pokemon cards, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, old video games, tees, WWE stuff, McDonald's stuff, Burger King stuff, just like stuff that is rare collectible stuff, and a bunch of Funko Pops there too. And I went there and there was a Funko Pop. I was like, oh, look at this. This is probably only like 30-40 bucks. I was like, oh, that's not like this Funko Pop, the special edition. Went to the guy, guess how much he told me it was?
How much?
He said 80 bucks
For a Funko Pop?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Please send this to me, because that is insane. Like, and I'm okay. I don't collect Funko Pops, right? I have a very small collection nowadays. I've kind of sized it down in moving, because I realized that moving an entire collection is very much of a hassle. But I have a few Funko Pops, but I never thought any Funko Pops that I would ever see would be $80 freaking dollars.
Yeah, and this one is Jiraiya. It's Jiraiya on a toad, and it's a special edition one. And this thing is badass. I liked it. I was like, oh, I love Jiraiya. It's fucking fantastic. I haven't seen this. And when he said 80 bucks, I was just like, what the fuck?
I think I own maybe 4 or 5 Funko Pops in my entire house, like a life. I have Majin Buu. I have a Comic-Con Hellraiser, not Hellraiser, Hellblazer Constantine. I have Oogie Boogie, Groot, Doc Brown, and a Joker Batman, most of which all came from loot crates when I was buying those.
Oh. It's the thing where it's like, they're really cool looking, right? The Funko Pops. And I really am the same too. I really don't care much for them. But I'm like, oh, it's a character I really like, and I like the way it looks. I want it. I really do.
Yeah, when you see one that you want and you like, that's when you're like, all right, I don't hate the design of Funko Pops. There are very few characters that they have. I mean, and now they have millions of characters. But, where's my Solaire Funko Pop? Come on, fucking get on it.
Yeah, I also sent it to you. Editor, if you can put it on the screen for the
oh, that's a really good one too.
Yeah,
that is a really good one.
And this looks like what to me it looks like a $40 one. I'm fine with that, because usually they're like maybe $15-20.
$80. That's insane.
And this is $80, and I was like, why? It's not even a big one. Like, I have a huge one. I have one of the mega Funko Pop ones, and that one is Skeletor. I have Skeletor, the mega one, and that one was cheaper than this.
The mega one or the really big ones?
Yeah, the mega one, the really big one. It's cheaper than this one cost.
Wow. Because I've seen a couple of them. Like, I think I seen a World of Warcraft one that was really big. I know I seen a couple of Gears of War ones that were really big, and I believe Hulk and Hulkbuster are really big. But
it's insane, man. Like, it's collectors really ruin mostly everything, to be honest. Even though I wouldn't say collectors. I would say scalpers. Scalpers have ruined collecting for everybody, because it's everything. Right? It's not just Pokemon cards or Funko Pops. I mean, it's anything that you would collect.
people are trying to scalp now. You know, amiibos get scalped as soon as an amiibo is announced. You can guarantee they're sold out in a heartbeat. You know, they're like we were talking about the controllers for the
and the Switch, the new ones.
The new ones. Now they're only available to people who have memberships, and I think they're only available in limited quantities to those people, right?
Yep.
Because they had the Nintendo NES controllers that came out with the NES system, and those got scalped right away. You can't buy those anymore. You know, same thing with the retro systems, the small SNES and the small NES. Like they were so hard to find the day after they were announced that people were selling pre-orders for them.
Yeah.
And it's insane that's how, as a human race, that we're treating each other. We're just, how can I make money off of somebody who likes something, you know?
Dude, why can't we just go back to simpler times, you know? Why can't we just go back to an age where all we had to worry about was someone on drugs, or someone just war, or just someone playing with a tire on the street. All right, go back to the time where we didn't have to worry about any collecting stuff. All right, everything was there.
Yeah, but we would play fucking what were they, Pogs? We would play Pogs on the fucking streets with our friends, you know?
And those things were a quantity. There's have a bunch of those.
I miss Pogs, man. Or Digimon, where we would fucking buy the digital fucking pets and fucking take care of them and fight our friends. Like fucking.
Or those fucking toothbrushes that sing to you when you brush your teeth. It's insane. All right, we got to move on though.
Okay, yeah. I will. I see, Nick. This is a problem with inviting me on your show.
No,
you already know
fine.
this. I will chew your ear off all day long.
That's great. This is a podcast, man. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to talk. You know, we're supposed to get talking about stuff that people like, subjects. You know, and I know you have a lot of things to say for sure. You things that grind your gears. You know, you and I sat there and fucking rated every video game with fucking Scrub at one point. So yeah, there's a lot. There's still, I want to do more of that, by the way. I really want to add more games or just even movies with that stuff. All right, so speaking of movies, Reefer Madness, we spun this a couple weeks ago, I think last month. We landed on this movie. It's an old movie from 1936. I think it's just really just, I think about weed. I have no idea. Pretty sure it probably doesn't probably have nothing to do with weed, but we'll see. Hopefully it does. I would assume with it being Reefer Madness. Yeah, but I mean with these old movies, it probably didn't have anything to do with weed. Yeah, that's true. I just I've never heard of this movie. I've never seen this movie, so this is going to be a delight for me. So I'm kind of excited. Yeah, and it's colorized too, so no one has to worry about anything. Should I leave the subtitles on, or should I? Yeah, leave them on. I mean, people listening on iTunes and whatever you're gonna put this on will eventually be able to hear subtitles, right? Yeah. Yes. That's for sure. Oh my God! Look at this. What is that? Okay, do you have weed? Look at the right corner. Yeah, see it. Oh my God! What is that? An ashtray? That looks so dope. To me, more just looks like actually a cigarette. To be honest, it's could have fooled me. Why do I imagine like this would, you know, those things you see in what's that video game? BioShock, like BioShock. Infinite. Yeah, like you know those things you get to slide in to see a story. That's why I feel like people would watch it on or something. But this is not for sure not on that. It's like a movie theater or whatever they would watch it. But I just want to see a guy just come up like, "Ooh, Reefer Madness," on a talk box. We're gonna go watch Reefer Madness on the talkie box over there. You know, the talkie box. Did you hear about this new picture movie that came out called Reefer Madness? Fucking reefers. It's like Reefer? What's Reefer? Oh, it's the best. I feel like this is just propaganda for sure. For like, oh, it 100% seems like propaganda. So let's get to the fucking movie already. What is all this shit? It's real. I mean, number one, just first effect of sudden, violent, and uncontrollable laughter, then come dangerous hallucinations. What? Space expands, time slows down, almost stands still. Fixed ideas come next, conjuring up what the? Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. This is the effects of weed, and this is the dangerous part of the effects of weed.
Yep, this is them explaining all the bullshit.
Listen, the power to resist physical emotions, leading to final exec shocking violence, ending often in incredible ends. What the fuck?
This is their disclaimer back in the day. Disclaimer: smoking weed will make you crazy.
Oh my fuck! This will make you laugh uncontrollably and die. Fits of violence. I'm like, well, fits of violence? What kind of weed were they smoking? Because of the dread marijuana. Maybe reaching forth next for a son or daughter or yours. And okay. What the? They're really selling this. They really
are going hard on this.
God, man, weed back then must have been potent. Police rage war. Dope peddlers in high school. Mary Jane. Don't name your daughters Mary Jane or they'll die of marijuana.
God damn it.
Trauma High School Auditorium.
Must be stopped. You and all other school parent groups about the country, and you must stand united on this and stamp out this frightful assassin.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, subtitles on. Sorry.
You can do it by bringing about compulsory education on the subject of narcotics in general, but dread marijuana in particular. That is
great marijuana.
This is where the war on drugs started. Reefer Madness.
God, I feel like they really try to hit something here.
Compulsory education, because it is only through enlightenment that this scourge can be wiped out. Out of the traffic in these drugs, a lawlessness that we can scarcely estimate.
I felt like if I was in this conversation, like if I was in this room, I'd be like, "How do you know what marijuana does, huh? You smoking it?"
Like, what was the office scene? The office scene with Dwight and God, I can't think of his name right now.
It's Dwight and the other guy who always like makes fun of him.
You
like,
told me I was conducting the interview when I came in here. Now, exactly how much marijuana did you smoke?
Marijuana has a mind wiping effect.
Memory erasing effect.
Now tell me, how much marijuana did you smoke? I love it.
I've received a letter of vital importance from a member of the Narcotics Bureau.
Narcotics Bureau?
This letter to you. My dear Dr. Carroll, the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the
Dude, some of these people in this room look like they're high.
They probably are, man.
There is one vital fact I would like to submit. There is a powerful agency. I speak of the school parent associations of this country.
Man, whoever's holding this camera is shaky as fuck. They're really shaky. It's either the film or the person holding the camera.
Could be the deciding factor in our fight against it.
Am I wrong? Do you see this? Do you see all the shaking?
Well, I mean, they didn't exactly have the most stable fucking recording systems back then.
No way, that's a field of marijuana. It looks like a bunch of weeds. That looks like a tea plant. What the fuck is that?
They probably didn't have the. This is all probably fake prop.
Weed. Dude, that's a look at that. Oh, look at that blunt roller. Holy, that's real nice.
Oh man, blunt rollers are great.
Pack from back then, that look cool. Was that cocaine?
I used to have one that was. It was literally just like that, but like small.
In the heels of shoes.
Yeah, heels of shoes.
Shoes especially.
Because the drugs hiding cocaine in their shoes.
Hollowed shaving brushes are another medium. Books with false centers often used. Watch
No way. Sorry. Hold on. That looks stupid.
The value of drugs thus seized is enormous.
Gee, look-
Recently, a huge supply of heroin was taken. It was concealed in an apparently harmless shipment of 35 barrels of olive oil. The deadly
Man,
drug was
I really didn't know that much
incinerator,
about like weed back in the day, huh? They're really
and
that.
more vicious, more deadly, even than these soul-destroying
That's so-
drugs, is the menace.
The fuck is, like, what are these things? Does it look like weed? They look like soap.
It's an interesting propaganda movie so far.
Yeah.
You may also believe that the facts have been exaggerated.
Who knows? Maybe this movie might change my mind about weed. It might. It's gonna kill everyone.
However, I'll give you the real facts behind the case. There was an apartment near one of our high schools.
Oh,
It
an
was
apartment.
run by a woman known as May Coleman.
But oh May.
The show, dude. Ah, good old Mick Coleman right here.
And then some guy shows up.
Oh, that's a nice bed. Wait, they have separate beds.
Yeah. You know, back then they weren't allowed to. TV was not allowed to show shared beds. That's why when you see things like I Love Lucy and like the Brady Bunch, everybody had a separate bed because it was taboo to share a bed with your significant other back then.
Jeez. Ooh, look at her.
Oh, Jack, we can get along without
Showed a little
kids
ankle.
up here.
Oh, why don't you?
What a harlot.
Risque.
You're always squawking about something. You got more static than the radio.
Harlot.
What a harlot. What a skank. Ooh, look at the ankle. Cover that ankle.
Is that thigh? Did we get some thigh there
Yeah,
too?
look at that.
Oh
Ooh.
man, that's hussy.
That's hot. It's too hot to handle, this movie. Oh. Look, he has a brick of cocaine. But we don't worry about that. If he had weed, he'd be in trouble. But cocaine's fine.
Yeah, it's just coke. That's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Oh
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, okay.
A lot of thigh.
It's a lot of thigh.
Oof. Gotta calm down. Whew, this movie. It's too hot.
Well, hello, fella. How are you? Fine. How are you? Come here.
Well, careful, man.
Glad to see you.
Your wife is showing her ankles and, and her thighs too much. Oof.
Name?
There's a pillow on the floor. Clean your house up.
This is shaping up to be an interesting turn of events, you know?
Whoever colored this really just like coloring people. Oh,
Oh, we got some bra strap? Oh my god.
Yeah?
naked.
They're old enough to know what they're doing. Not like those young kids you bring up here.
All right, all right. Listen, I'm gonna blow.
Are they swingers?
I gotta make some deliveries. and I'll
Maybe?
probably drop by Joe's place and bring back a couple of the kids.
Oh, I wish you'd lay off those kids.
Oh, why don't you get over their complex?
Did you say blow? Does he mean he was gonna smoke some weed? Painfully cringe. So is that weed? I'm guessing that he took.
I have to agree. Watching stuff from this era is absolutely like just
Yeah, Zephyr
So
says
bad.
in chat, "Oh God, watching stuff from this period is in period in time is painfully cringe." Yeah. I mean, you gotta think about it. They had to attack something, right?
Oh, by the way, Ralph, I'm sort of getting a little party Saturday afternoon over at my grandmother's.
The
Oh,
government
by
doesn't
the
like
way.
them.
Like to
By
come?
the way.
Thanks, Eddie. Maybe I will.
I'd sure like to have you.
oh, maybe I will. It's all the same lines over and over in every single movie from this era.
What conversation, huh?
Fine, Jack, and you? Oh, great. Where you heading? Oh. Hey, how do you like that?
Oh.
Reefers.
Yes, that is a nice car. That is a very nice car.
The one I was telling you about.
He's talking about the boy, by the way.
Nice.
Can we just imagine he's talking about a guy instead of the
Wait,
woman?
okay, wait a second. Is this the movie where that line from the Sublime song comes from? They were all smoking marijuana cigarettes.
Maybe.
Reefers.
Probably. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I only kind of say hello to him. I don't go around with him. Well, you better not. He's a little too
Dude,
old.
look at that guy's hair. Look at his little nice like curl up top.
Hello, Mary. How are you, Bill? How are you,
Dude, people really dressed nice back in the day.
You know my brother Jimmy, don't you?
How are you? Well, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine, Jack Perry. Mary, Bill.
How do you do?
Glad to know you. We're going over
Well,
to Joe's place. Why
they're
don't you come
they're
along?
big
We have a
dick
date
swingers,
play
huh?
of doubles. Oh, you can play anytime. Come on, we'll have some laughs.
Oh, we can't today, Ralph. Some other time.
Can I go along with you? Sure. Hey, I'll see you at dinner, sis.
This looks so happy. See you at dinner, sis.
Don't be late, Jimmy.
I'm get blown out of my mind. I'm gonna smoke a reefer. Why is he touching his shoulder? Don't touch him. She's smoking reefer. The fuck is this guy?
No. So that line from Sublime song, "Smoke Two Joints," came from the film Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. It was also an anti-weed propaganda movie.
Oh, this is the better one of them all. Ew, what the fuck? Is this dancing? The fuck is that?
Gyrating, my dude. They
That's
gyrate.
not it. That's not even gyrating.
That's how I dance. Don't hate. Don't hate, man. That's how I dance. They just move.
They're all dancing differently. They're like not really following the music.
That's how I dance, man. I suck at dancing, but I like to do it. Just like I suck at singing, but I love to sing.
Yeah, like he's gonna break our fucking arm.
Actually, these two in the back are fucking getting it.
Yeah,
These
atrocious.
two are fucking morons.
And they just stop. Fucking just stops dead on. How about you?
What was that pose she did?
Yeah.
Oh,
we probably got
this
these fuckers from the
fucking-
street.
This fucking reefer right here, man.
This guy's wearing all purple. Look at that.
Fucking Joker ass reefer.
Wait, is it green? Did they put the smoke green?
They made the smoke green.
Oh my god, look at that. It's badass. That makes you want to smoke more. It's like Wizard of Oz shit. The fuck?
Jimmy, you're wonderful.
You just finding that out?
It's like he wanted to kiss her. Kiss.
Oh,
Weird
no, they
acting.
can't do
Stop it.
that, man. They can't do that. Not allowed to show that shit.
Stop. It's like blood green smoke out of your mouth.
Hey, kids, we're having a little party up at my girlfriend's apartment. Wouldn't you like to come? Oh, I'd love to.
Her girlfriend's apartment. Oh wow, very advanced for this age.
Very forward thinking.
Oh, very forward. Oh, maybe it's just because like, oh, if you smoke weed, that means you're gay. Dude, they're very homophobic in this era. That would stop people, I guess, from smoking weed back then, huh?
It's sweet of you to help me.
That's true.
Just tell them, just turn them gay. Turn the frogs gay.
About running your own home?
The answer is no. You know, after that session we had yesterday, I went home and told Mother that the trouble with her pot roast gravy was she hadn't added 3 heaping teaspoonfuls of olive oil.
What did she say?
She didn't say anything.
Olive oil.
Threw me out of the kitchen.
Olive oil.
I don't wonder. Hello, children.
Hello, children.
That was sweet of you, Mother.
Gosh, hot chocolate. Thanks, Mrs. Lane.
I know you can't study on empty
Uh,
stomachs. Now then, enjoy yourselves.
This movie, okay, so far this movie is very strange, right? They've only kind of shown one guy smoking weed-ish.
They had an entire courthouse of people talking about weed and the effects. They had an entire disclaimer at the beginning of the movie, and there's only been one person smoking weed. Is
Yep,
he
and
the
it's
Reefer
green.
Madness? Yeah.
This guy's fucking go to Wizard of Oz area. It's fucking.
Well, listen. It is my sole
Yeah, how old are these people supposed to be? That's a good question, Zephyr. He asked how old are these supposed to be? Teenagers?
I mean, I'm assuming they're teenagers because they were studying, but could be college kids. But I don't think college was very popular for like movies and stuff back then.
Well, I mean, for this one like this, they really were more trying to hit like, oh, it's gonna affect your teenage like
yeah,
kids.
I think these are supposed to be kids.
Oh, the kiss. No, you're not supposed to show that in the movies.
Well, I'll see you tonight, Mary. Bye, Mrs. Lang.
You forgot your books.
Gosh,
You know, if he was on weed, he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have
Fucking
fought.
reefers.
It was reefers.
Bye.
Gonna lay everything on reefer. Fucking reefers. Well, look at this kid's on reefer. Look at him.
Hey, Dad, you got anything for me? Don't bother your father every night.
Is that a boy or is that like a girl?
I'm pretty sure that's a boy. It's just, yeah, that's a boy.
That's a boy. That's a boy.
It's just the style they had of kids back then. Junior.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just weird because also he's like very loosey goosey with that outfit. Beat him. Smack him. It's Reefer.
Beat his ass.
He must be on Reefer. He's being violent.
Now just suplex his ass.
Deck him in the face. Break the nose.
It must be love. She'd have to be swell for you to like her.
Uh-huh. Sounds like you want something. Come on, what is it?
Well, it's my
So the
It said utilizers.
yeah, utilizer. I did. It's all the text.
Seen it. I seen it. I didn't say anything.
I was reading the text. I was like, wait a minute. That just said utilize.
Oh, hello, Jimmy.
That's a nice car.
Mary told me to wait and tell her she had to go home. Her mother wanted her to go to the dressmaker with her. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Must be getting grown up. I see Mary let you have the car. Yeah. Can I take you any place? Well, I wasn't going any place in particular.
Is that the same car from earlier?
Over to the show place with me. I'll buy you a soda. I never drink that stuff. Well, gee, I'll buy you something else.
Soda?
Okay. You're on the hook for one root.
You never drink that stuff? You don't drink soda? Pop? Cola? A root beer?
That good old cola, you know?
Yeah, that good cola.
Hey, Jimmy.
One root beer, please.
Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Bill. Come on, slide in.
Hello, Lance.
The text is not moving. It just keeps saying something else. Okay, you're on the hook for one root beer.
One soda and one root beer. How's May?
It's root beer is soda? No, I guess. Wait, never mind. Sorry. In the back end this time, root beer was replacing. It was supposed to be like beer, but non-alcoholic-ish thing. Just root beer
Well, I don't know. I really
thing.
Well, okay.
It's soda. I think it's like, can I have one soda and a root beer? But it's root beer is a soda. Dude, look at this guy's
I mean,
reefer.
are they what they are? They're not classified as something different.
I think back then it's probably classified as something different, but it's just weird to hear that, right? Just nowadays, soda root beer would be soda.
Hi, kid. Hello, Jack. What do you say?
This guy's just throwing a
back
fucking
then,
party.
back then, it was a sassafras root beverage, originally made by indigenous people of America, and then we carbonated it.
Sweet. What the fuck was that? You see that 20 that passed by? That was weird. Is there hidden messages in this movie?
Well, if you say so.
This whole movie is a hidden message.
Alright, I guess so. God. White people, I'm just gonna say white people don't dance. White people shouldn't. That guy's putting a lot of salt. Calm down there, fella. That's too spicy for you.
Oh my god. Slow down, dude. You're gonna get that stomach ache.
Calm down.
Gonna act up.
So much salt, Jesus.
Say, Say, we haven't many more smokes. You better run over and get
That man's gonna have pissing out stones. Just kidding.
I've got my car in the shop.
Well, what of it? That kid out there, Jimmy, he's got a car. He'll take you. Come on, get
What is he eating? I can't tell what that is.
Jimmy, we know you're having fun, but it's time to stop and take my husband to work.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Quit snogging on my daughter.
I've got to run over to Cedar Avenue for a minute. You've got a car, haven't you? Well, yeah, my sister. Mind giving
Yeah,
me a
my
lift?
sister's.
Why, sure, come on. Okay.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah, I would not. I would not.
Didn't even say bye to the girl he was kissing. Just left.
Fuck that. Guy asked me, he's like, hey, keep taking me to work. I'm like, oh fuck yourself. I'm kissing on this girl.
No, thank you. Well, here we are. Oh, thanks.
Is that a cigarette?
This feels like a.
Oh.
This is marijuana cigarettes, bro.
No, the guy has a cigarette. The girl has a yeah.
Dear.
She's a
You
blunt.
want good smoke? Try one of these.
She got a joint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck your cigarette. Here, take this. Now that's yellow. What? I guess it's a colorization, whatever. Whoever colored it, like, very trippy though. Purple. This is like vaping nowadays. Ooh, can we get a PSA or thing or a movie for vaping? Like,
no vape, kids. Here's what it'll look like.
does it look like? Looks dope as shit. That's what it looks like.
Really will. Now just take a puff of it.
Whoever rolled those, man, they rolled them real nice.
Hey, man, they were professionally rolled.
Blue? Oh, this just makes me want to do it. Like, come on. If you smoked, right? If you smoked weed, and it puffed out color.
This guy just laughing.
It's Reefer Madness.
Give me a minute, kid.
Hey, Jack, get me a cigarette before you go, will you?
The movie makes sense now.
Mm-hmm. Cigarettes are fine, but weed, too much. That's not. That doesn't look like a cigarette. That looks like a joint. That's for sure.
Hello, Jack.
Hi, boss.
Dude, that guy looks. I like the way that guy's dressed.
Getting better every day. Those kids sure go for it.
Ooh wee.
Had to run over
Got a
for
pocket
couple more
watch.
hours. Ran short today.
All right. Danny, back 10 gross for Jack Perry.
Well, he look like Frank Sinatra. That's what I get a vibe from him, huh?
I mean, this whole movie is from that era, and everybody was trying to emulate that Frank Sinatra New York gangster look.
Mhm.
The zoo suits and all that stuff.
Oh, suits are very, like, those are wider pants, very wide pants. Do they have zoot suits like lined, right? They have stripes on them, I believe.
There are millions of two-bit pieces just begging to be taken. Don't be a dope.
Like, it's like noir type stuff, right? The very man of the night.
All right, Pete. You know what
Can't wait for, as Zephyr says, he can't wait for suits to die. They'll never die. They're too fancy. They're nice.
I don't know, man. I don't think I want suits to die. I like the way some people look in suits.
Mm-hmm.
They might not be for me,
But they're for some people, for sure.
They look good on some people, and some women they look really good in. You know.
The two dudes, okay, the three guys in here, two of them look like shit in those suits, but the guy in the purple one looks fucking fantastic in that suit.
Okay, boss.
Why does that guy look like Howard Stark?
I mean, same era, technically speaking. Howard Stark was in this era.
Let's go, Jack. I'm red hot.
Better be careful.
I'm red hot, bro.
Oh my dude, this is great. The fucking ticks off. Drift it. Woo!
Can't drive like that.
Take it easy, kid.
Dude, this guy
Flooring
can drive,
it.
though.
Holy
this is
shit.
This is what we can do to you? Make
50
you a better
miles an
driver?
hour.
That's why I fucking.
Someone call the cops.
It doesn't even have a. Oh! Fucking killed him. Holy shit. You did not stop. He said, fuck that, man.
Mary, you're not eating your
Oh my
breakfast again.
god.
Fun fact, in Florida, he technically did not make an illegal turn there. You can turn right on a stop sign.
Yep. That
Or on
guy
a
was that guy's
stoplight.
fault. That man should have
That would
looked
have been
where
the
he was
pedestrian's
walking.
fault. That would have been the pedestrian's fault in Florida. 100% would have been the pedestrian's fault.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
He'll be honest, whatever the trouble is.
Oh.
I'm sure Bill Harper.
You also saw the stoplight too? Like, it didn't even use the light, it just used the sides. Stop, go.
If I speak to him about it,
They didn't even slow down, they even show a yellow one. Those things don't exist. That's probably the reason why they made yellow.
sit down, darling, and I'll have your breakfast for you in a moment.
Ridiculous.
Holy shit. I hope that guy's alright. Whatever, that's fine.
100% dead forever.
There's something worrying.
Never getting up again.
I think what's funny is the way he flopped to the ground. Like, he didn't get launched. He just, he fainted.
Don't let Mother see you like that.
Just look at that salt and pepper in the middle. Too spicy. Federal office.
There is no doubt that there is an organized gang distributing the narcotics to students, not only in my school, but all.
I don't think anything's gonna beat that, by the way.
Government men have
Fucking
to find some
getting
way to put an
smacked.
Of course, I agree with you, Dr. Carroll.
Just
But do you
fucking
realize that
pummeled by a
marijuana is not
car.
like other forms of dope?
Ugh.
You see, it grows wild in almost every state in the Union. Therefore, there is practically no interstate commerce in the drug. As a result,
Weed used to just grow in the wild like that, like anywhere.
is a widespread campaign.
Go around the corner, New York, weed everywhere.
But we educators can't do anything until the public is sufficiently aroused.
Let me show you something.
Aroused.
In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Jeez, cabinets.
All these devoted to marijuana records.
I don't understand.
That
Why
is
they-
the FBI's marijuana record cabinet.
A 16-year-old lad.
What's the one next to it?
apprehended in the act of staging a
Cocaine.
16 years old and a marijuana addict. Here is a most tragic case.
Yes, I remember. Just a young boy. Under the influence of the drug, he killed his entire family with an axe.
No, no fucking way.
It's like the Harold Kumar movies. Bro, I'm so high right now, I can do anything. And he puts a gun to his head.
Here is a particularly blatant.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
I remember the newspapers made quite a play of it. In West Virginia, wasn't it?
Yes.
West Virginia,
Hundreds of them coming up. New ones.
Blue Ridge Mountains.
I'd like to take.
Why do they have files from West Virginia? Where does this place, where's this at?
I don't know.
Like they just have files from West Virginia. That's not how it works, my man.
It's their weed file, all right? Anything about weed ends up in that fucking folder. And that file record.
There seems to be something wrong.
Okay, this is stupid. He killed his family with an axe because he was high. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I guess the work is getting a little harder, Dr. Carroll.
No, it isn't that.
Maybe crack or cocaine or something, or
Of course, I
Bath
meth?
salts.
Yeah, for sure that, but not weed.
Well, there's nothing, Dr.
And we've had a Florida
I'll
man
study harder, honest.
eat someone's face on bath salts. So
Mm-hmm.
honest with me and honest with yourself.
They probably just blame marijuana. They just saw it, the marijuana on the floor. He killed them because of marijuana.
Bill, I'm going to ask you a straightforward question. And
Are you high?
Have a straightforward answer.
Just gonna ask him.
Yes.
You high?
Isn't it true that you have, perhaps unwillingly, acquired a certain harmful habit through association with certain undesirable people?
What the fuck kind of question is that? I got lost in that question.
wait,
Sir, I haven't, Dr. Carroll.
I'm confused. Is this the kid that ran over that guy?
I don't know. They all look the same. That's
All right, Mike?
Wait,
I don't know.
did this kid get caught for running over that guy?
No. This is a different guy. This guy has flat hair. The other guy had like
No
poofy,
one will ever be
like
Oh,
a comb over.
I'm so-
I'm as lost as you. I don't know. They all look the same. Oh god damn! Look at
Hello, Mary.
the thigh. Showing someone's thigh.
Waiting for someone.
Well, if you're waiting for Bill, he hasn't been here for a week.
What the fuck?
Fucking Reefer. What is this guy's deal?
I don't know.
have no idea. This is.
This is making me want to just smoke weed. This is
not how it is.
This is a great time.
This is not how it is. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, I know
this
for
is
sure.
Not
yeah.
how it is. If
I smoked
anything-
weed before. It's just more like if I was a person who never smoked weed, right? And I've watched this, like, wow, this looks fun.
Listen, if anything, the only way I would get like those people is after like 6 or 7 Irish car bombs. And maybe a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah, like
just to
drinks
get my
and
energy
weed.
back
That's
up.
for sure.
I would not be like that on weed. When I'm on weed, my ass is floored.
Oh, yeah,
These people are way too active to be on weed.
Too much. Oh, I thought you got naked for a second.
Whoa!
I thought you got. I had to skip that real quick.
Did we check to see if there was nudity in this movie?
I did not know. I did not know. I
hold on before this.
Zevver says, to be fair, for pent up uppity white people, they probably would act this stupid. Probably. Or maybe I'll wake her at a frat party. What the fuck is with this guy? I don't like the way he's looking at her. His teeth is out.
No.
Bite her fucking neck.
Very, very scary.
Yeah. Like me, I feel like I have a blanket around me. I feel like so cozy and just relaxed for sure. Even like.
Okay, no, there is no nudity in this one.
No. Okay, great. That's all I need to know.
There's very little violence.
Oh, it's sweet. It's fine with me. Male buttocks in this movie. It's fine with me.
Interesting.
Some of these people just look like they're on like cocaine or crack, man, because their hair's all messy. And
Morning, Miss. We're from the police department.
Good morning.
We're tracing a hit-and-run driver. Someone caught the license number at the place of the accident but didn't get it quite right. So we're checking all numbers like it, and yours is one of them.
Well, I'll try to help you.
You remember what you did on the 29th of last month?
Oh, that was the day before Mother's birthday.
What is this?
Oh, yes,
Just
I remember that because I left school
in
and
the
went directly
future?
to the dressmakers with Mother.
Or is this just a different party?
it was just no different days.
No,
Okay.
no, I had the
That
car
her
all
house.
afternoon
This movie's
myself.
going all over the place, so it's getting lost.
Troubled you.
Tell me, was the person killed?
Fortunately, he wasn't, but that's still no excuse.
She wasn't. He survived. There's no way that guy should have survived that shit. He got hit hard. How long is that party going for,
He
by
did
the
get
way?
hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
He was in. He went over to May's place. You know where that is.
Well, he was going to wait for me here, so he didn't give me May's address. Are you sure Jimmy didn't leave any message for me? Mary?
Mary Jane.
No, he didn't.
Dude, please let her last name be Jane.
I'll write it down for you.
Every time I see like someone in a suit that it's all one color, I think of like Clue or something, right? Like,
I think of The Mask, Jim Carrey.
oh yeah, that was so too. Why are they all in the same fucking color?
I got a match, man.
Oh, it's that gal that Ralph's gone overboard for.
What is he eating? What is that?
Was
What
that
is
a whole pie?
Food.
Hey, scram, will you?
Some of these people, they look like they're about to rape somebody. Like the way they act, I don't like
they're
it.
very creepy.
Oh, he's a polka dot tie. That was nice.
That's a nice tie, yeah. It's a nice touch.
I really don't like the way this guy looks.
No. He's a very rapey looking Matthew McConaughey.
Purple.
Smoke, Mary?
Thanks. Are you sure?
Why do I feel like they just used a filter on certain things?
Yeah.
Like they put it on layers, you know? Like her shirt and the smoke were just on the same layer because they were probably similar colors.
Yeah. I mean, the movie's not colorized, it's black and white. So, I mean, I don't know who colorized this. I don't know if it was the actual company, someone who's talented enough to do this on YouTube. But they did a banged up
now
job, though,
these
right?
people are like how I am when I'm high.
Yeah.
Not that I get high, internet.
Who cares, man? This guy's standing there. I follow California law here. It's California laws to me. Dude, that guy has a big schlong, man. You can see that imprint in that robe.
God damn it. Uh-oh, she's already high.
Dude, she wasn't done with that. You
she just threw it onto the ground. They're in a building.
Get up. She wasn't finished with it. She wasted it.
Say, what's the
He's
matter,
trying to
Brian?
rape this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you put it? You got a hollow leg?
Thanks, dear.
You, Mary?
Look at it. Don't. I.
Oh, Mary, give me a Mary. Oh, Mary.
I don't like this. I don't like this now. They cut. They keep cutting. What the? What is this?
This is yeah.
What's going on?
Something.
I don't. Dude, she really is screaming.
Do they not hear her from the kitchen?
Or any other room? This guy literally. Look at him.
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send him to thee?
What? What is what?
Rita here to help me, Bill. Oh, thank you, kind sir.
No, come on.
That's not.
This guy's a Vietnam flashback. Ooh.
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 Oh, now they hear. They heard a fist, but they didn't hear this girl screaming bloody murder.
Gun.
Is this guy fucking Batman?
Pistol whip him?
Somebody's getting shot here.
Someone's
I'm
gonna
calling
die.
it. Somebody's getting shot here.
Oh, the gun goes off. He shot the flat. He shot the floor. Her.
His sister.
What? No. Okay, sorry. He did not shoot anywhere near her. I saw where the gun was
Bullets
pointing.
don't
He
bounce
shot
like that either.
Yeah, he shot the fucking ground.
Jack, is she all right? She's dead.
You killed her, you son of a
did
bitch. It was him. It was Mr. Brown in the living room with the revolver.
Now listen, you two. I want you to get out of here. Get out of here and forget you're ever in here.
It was Mr. Brown, Noser.
I'll handle this. Now get going.
This has turned to Clue, right? This has to be. Oh, he's wiping his prints. What a piece of shit.
Give it to me.
This is insane.
What is he doing? What? He's blessing him.
Well, I
It's
mean,
holy
this
water.
kid's high, so he probably doesn't remember anything that happened. He's trying to wake him up.
No, come on now.
I'm gonna wake him up and trick him into thinking he did it.
Fucking did it, you son of a bitch. Dude, look like a
What
bullet.
the hell?
Happy.
This is not about weed anymore. This is just about asshole people.
Yeah,
This
is just fucked up at this point.
Mary.
What happened? You killed her.
This guy's Frank Sinatra on the left, and the girl on the right is what's her name?
And this is your story. Remember it. These two kids.
Marilyn Monroe. It looks like, right?
You're out in the kitchen. You heard the shots. When you got in here, That's what you found.
These are their nicknames.
Just stick to that story.
Mary! Mary, speak to me. Mary.
Dude, look at his ass. Holy dude, look at that guy's ass. He's a dump truck.
Cake, man.
Dude, he has cake. That's the guy who ran over the dude.
That one is? I thought it was the kid that was. No. It was the kid that shot his sister because it was his sister's car.
You know, but this guy was driving.
Was it this guy?
Yeah.
A cop. Sergeant on the homicide squad.
Yes, it has to be him, no?
Guy you hit that day died.
Yep, that's him.
Oh yeah, okay.
You didn't? No. I didn't crack. I'm not going to. Nobody
The guy
will
did
ever know
die.
you were driving that car.
But he said he didn't. They lied.
Just as long as you keep your mouth shut that you were ever up in May's apartment.
Why, sure, Jack, sure.
I like this guy's hair.
Okay.
It's like real nice, like
It's like a
Oof.
70s pomp, you know?
yeah, it's real nice. That's difficult to get that too with like pomade. That's real difficult to do that.
Slang trial opens.
Dr. Alfred Carroll to the stand. Call Dr. Alfred Carroll to the stand.
That's the guy who shot his sister or girlfriend or whoever.
No, this is probably a psychiatrist because he's a doctor.
Dr. Carroll, as principal.
All right, this is got for the beginning of the movie.
Did
Yep,
you, during the last 3 months, notice
Lakeside.
any changes in the demeanor and attitude of your student, William Hopper? Yes, in a number of things.
Oh, yep, this is the guy who shot.
For example, at times disassociation of ideas.
He's using real big words. Disassociation? Jeez.
Yeah, I feel stupid just listening to this.
And while Bill Hopper had been considered an exceedingly good player, I saw him miss the ball by as much as 3 or 4 feet. This, I understand, could be attributed to the use of marijuana.
What? Or he's just
Or he's just fucked up.
horrible. Yeah, can't kick for shit or whatever they're supposed to be doing with the ball.
Sustained.
Dr. Carroll has been called merely as a character witness.
Well, then, although you didn't know to your own knowledge that the defendant was using marijuana, did you notice any changes that would lead you to believe, as an educator, that he was under some severe mental strain, which might possibly have been induced by some drug? Yes, I recall distinctly a few weeks ago. It was during a class of English literature. There was a serious discussion of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, Romeo and Juliet.
He
Okay.
suddenly burst into an
What is going
uncontrollable
on?
fit of hysterical laughter. Oh, by the way, Dr. Carroll, 6 months ago, what would have been your opinion regarding the character of my client? He was a fine, upstanding American boy.
What?
A good scholar, a good athlete, and representative of the caliber of young men
Okay.
we are proud to graduate from our school.
And then cuts. It just
This
cuts
fucking
to
guy,
a
yeah.
different scene.
This
This
fucking
guy
guy trying to
smokes.
rape his sister gets away with fucking helping kill her.
Yeah. This guy's smoking like the way the guy from Naruto thinks.
Can't hang him.
Shut up, shut up!
What's that guy's name from Naruto?
Let yourself go.
Which one?
The guy who does the
Have me that way too.
shadow thing.
Wasn't it?
Shikamaru?
Yeah. You know how he thinks when he puts his like he kind of like
Oh yeah, the triangle.
yeah, he's smoking like that. He smokes
Jack, I want
as he thinks.
You're gonna stay here as long as we have to keep those two out there undercover.
Undercover.
Until the trial's over. Or the boss gets a better idea.
But they're getting on my nerves.
It can't last much longer.
So are these just supposed to be like dealers, I guess, right?
We gotta keep
I think
them
they're gangsters.
About ready to crack.
All you gotta do is keep them from having too many reefers.
Any day now, that punk will get hot. He'll probably spill and tell all he knows if he gets the chance.
I'd kill him right now. I would get the gun,
I don't
kill him,
think he'll
shoot
get
him,
it.
shoot him dead.
I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna see the boss.
It's some fucking cinder blocks.
Mm-hmm. Give him some of them.
Someone's gonna
concrete
take
shoes.
a long walk off of a short pier, if you know what I mean.
I heard someone loves swimming with the fishes. Dude, he got like a nice like salmon like vest on with the green suit.
I don't know what the punk's gonna do. Keep feeding him those hot sticks. That's what May's been doing. That's no good. I got a hunch that he's due to crack when that Harper verdict comes in. He's on the tee. He's liable to take.
Dude, if someone told me this guy was Frank Sinatra, I'd believe him. He looks so similar to him.
They're very similar.
Heard the verdict?
Frank has got a much better voice though.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
So it's Frank Sinatra talking to Tony Stark's dad, Howard Stark.
just B-roll Frank Sinatra. B-roll Tony Stark's dad.
You, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Look great.
have a duty to perform.
It's all Marvel canon.
To yourselves and to our community. Mary Lane is dead. The evidence you've heard at this trial could not have failed to convince you of the guilt of the defendant.
Look at this fucking jury.
They're all old.
All old people. Of course they're gonna find the fucking pothead guilty.
Guilty, yeah. This is unfair.
This is such an unfair trial. I mean, the whole thing is framed anyway, but
yeah.
While the defendant has told you that he saw someone,
Not a young face in that jury.
and that his mind went blank
A
from that
good number of them are balding.
the defense has been unable to produce one witness to substantiate that statement. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have heard Abel.
That's the same footage. They reused the same footage.
yeah, there. Hey man, you gotta pay him for twice, you know? You gotta pay him for once.
Take the shot once, pay him once.
That he was insane.
Use the shot twice.
Was sane when he visited the apartment where the tragedy occurred. He was in the habit of visiting the place. He was sane when he went into a bedroom with another young woman.
Mm-hmm.
You've all heard what went on in that room.
Another young
From
woman.
the defendant's own lips. Involved as he was in a tawdry love affair, Mary Lane was in the way. She had found him out.
Oh, they were not siblings. They were in a relationship.
Lovers. Okay.
Killed her. If such deeds are permitted
Or
to go
because of,
unpunished,
or they're in a relationship and they're siblings. Reefer Madness.
for us or our children to live.
I mean, back in this day, they also had the death sentence too.
Yeah. What state is this though? We don't know either. Like,
For the crime that he has committed against society.
if this is one of the southern states, it'd probably be way worse, huh?
And as honest, upright citizens,
Doesn't sound southern. Sounds to be
No,
like
this is
LA.
definitely north. This is definitely northern. They didn't dress like this in the south.
More humid, hot in the south.
Until the jury's verdict.
Yeah, south was definitely more farmlands and good old boys and rednecks wearing overalls.
I suppose you all feel the same about this case.
Look at that guy's hair, all gray. That's nice.
But he might have been insane when he did it.
No, he wasn't. He knew what he was doing.
You can't say that weed makes you insane or whatever.
But supposing he was.
Her name is Mary Lane. Thank you, Zephyr. Yeah, Mary Lane. Close to Mary Jane.
Take a first vote.
I'm in love with Mary Lane.
It's just another example of fucking crowd bullying, peer pressure, man.
Yeah.
You'll never prove it. You'll never make me believe it.
It's so stupid, right? It's like he could have been insane, right? If they say marijuana makes you crazy and angry, so technically that would have been
Doubt about the boy's sanity. We can't
make you insane. No, technically
Himself. That wasn't the first time he was there.
under the influence. What the fuck is that? Hold on. Is it a noose?
Yeah, he's seen a noose.
We gotta make an example before boys like that contaminate all of our children. We can't have every murderer hiding behind the gas.
Of course, the women are worried about the children. Oh, guilty.
Children.
Gotta think about the children.
Dude, wow, that's that was a nice way of writing guilty. That was cursive right there. I wouldn't mind being called guilty in cursive.
It's crazy.
So this guy doesn't
Here's
do
what
shit.
happens if you smoke pot, kids. You could be framed for the murder of your girlfriend.
Yeah. You imagine your girlfriend cheating on you, even though you cheated on her girlfriend. You try to knock out the man who's trying to rape your girlfriend. You get knocked out yourself and blamed for murder.
Have you reached a verdict?
We have.
The defendant will rise. What is your verdict?
We find the defendant guilty.
Oof.
Charged.
So sad.
Tried this man as an adult too.
Mm-hmm. Get out of the way of the camera, can't see shit.
Yeah. What a terrible shot here.
What's happened? The people just leaving? Okay. The
Yeah.
judge is not going to give what's going to happen. How is he going to get sentenced to how many months? Is it the death penalty?
I don't know.
What is it? Wow, that was horrible.
This guy's gonna feel guilty.
Sorry, these are showing symptoms very similar to just like meth, right? Like these are symptoms like very antsy-ish type.
Yeah,
going on.
meth, cocaine, and heroin.
Give me the creeps.
I'm pretty sure there was opiates at some point.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't doubt it if they, did a half and half of like putting like cocaine and
bring me some reefers.
Cocaine and weed in it.
They're going to hang him.
You know what's another crazy thing? There's some people that put tobacco and weed together, which I find crazy.
Where's Jack? I want to get out of here.
They'll pick you up and hang you if you don't pipe down.
I want to see Jack.
Are there real people like this though that like who smoke weed and just like I guess just get addicted to it? I've never seen that.
I mean, I don't know. There are people who are addicted to weed. I mean, there are a lot of people who say weed is not addictive, but I mean, there are people who obviously we know. It's not that they can't go. You can't see my air quotes. They can't go without weed, but they won't go without weed. You know what I mean? Which to me is a sign of addiction. But
yeah,
I feel like the way this guy is acting is not it's a sign of withdrawals, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody withdraw from weed, man.
No, not this severe like that.
If anything, you might get a little cranky, not fucking dark circles and shaking within hours. You know what I mean?
Not fucking like sweating bullets or just. So every time he's just puffing, and it's like a color. I don't know why I'm just like so impressed. I'm like, this is dope. Does weed make you a better player at piano too? Like this is just making me want, as I said, want to do it. You know, I find it how crazy, right? Back then, at this time, I guess weed was a big problem, and then now today it's not. Like, not in some places, right? It's legal.
Yeah.
People just really like smoking it, and people understand it more. They use it for medical purposes.
It's just again, it's all propaganda, man.
Yeah.
It's all propaganda.
I just wanted to see what was the main reason why people just didn't like weed, right?
This guy's gonna have a heart attack and overdose from weed.
Yeah, they're really just getting mixed up. She overdoses. Dude, this guy's going through a lot of emotions. Give this guy a fucking Oscar.
Zephyr says if people have prior mental issues, it can exacerbate them in most cases.
Yep.
I know what
It was a race thing. He also said as well.
you want
I
to
guess.
kill me.
You're crazy.
Oh my God, Frank Sinatra.
Take it easy, kid. I just want to talk to you.
Fuck that. He's gonna kill him.
Where did you get that?
Yeah, where the? Oh, that's a fire poker. Oh, that would have killed him. Hit him hard.
What?
This is a nightmare.
Hurry! There's a terrible fight going on. Yes, yes. Apartment 32.
No blood at all.
Nope. Can't show blood.
Beat the hell out of him with a fire poker.
Is that Jesus? What is that? What? Wait a minute. These cops just opened the door. Yeah, what's up?
Maybe I'll find some reefer in here.
Okay. Sorry, these scenes really remind me of the game, the movies. Like the way this is doing this shit, it's really like something you would probably see from the movies, the game.
It's interesting.
It's really like shit cutting, right? Like you don't really know what's going on, but you kind of do. Like, what is this nonsense? What is this crackdown on weed?
Jesus Christ, the full fucking force of the police.
Yeah, dude, they're
for
gonna
a
these
couple
reefers.
of reefers.
Reefers.
That motorcycle is pretty sick though, bro. What are you cutting into the wall for?
He's
You're not even doing it right. You're putting no force behind that, my man.
Oh my God. I feel like most of this is like, oh, this is from alcohol. They're trying to get alcohol and weed. Leader's cat. Oh my God. So there's a lot of things just happening.
I'd love
right
to go
now.
to the judge's chamber, you know?
If we can gain some measure of leniency for my client, she is prepared to enter a plea of guilty and, in addition, turn state's evidence in the case of William Harper.
I regret that this court is not prepared to bargain with justice.
Look at that voice. Oh my God, that voice.
I was there.
Prepare for justice.
I know who killed Mary, and I'll tell you who killed Mary Lane.
It
wasn't Bill. It was Jack. Jack Perry. He shot Mary, and then he put the
Snitch ass bitch. Don't you know snitches get stitches?
We were all at the park this afternoon, and Mary came in looking for her brother. Bill and I, we'd been in another room. And Bill came in. He caught Ralph with Mary, and they started to fight. But it was Jack who had the gun. He was going to hit Bill over the head with it to make him stop. And then
Make him stop.
I saw it. I can see it now. It was horrible. Before he knew it,
Some of these actors really have good acting chops, huh? But it's like in a shit movie.
But you see, Judge, Bill didn't know he hadn't killed Mary. He was so doped up, they made him think he had. Ralph wanted to tell
Doped
you too.
up?
Oh, if they'd only let him.
Damn reefers.
But this is the truth,
It's
Judge.
for reefers.
I'm telling you the truth. After Jack saw the poor thing was dead, he put the gun in Bill's hand. It was Jack's fault. And it was my fault, too. I got all of them to come up to the apartment. I'm just as much to blame. I am.
I believe her.
Do I understand you wish
Good
to plead
scene,
guilty
though.
to a
Holy
charge of
shit.
fostering
Yeah,
moral
it is
delinquency in the
very
case of William
shocking.
Harper?
I bet you this lady had a good acting career after this movie. After this.
And also
maybe.
order setting aside the jury's verdict in the case of the people versus William Harper. In the interests of justice, I shall direct the verdict of not guilty.
No, fucking typewriter.
sign here, please.
I'm distracted. There's the lights up there on the top that look like eggs. They look like egg holders. How long? How about the rest of the movie? No, we only got like 9 minutes. 9 minutes left.
You shall be brought into court on Thursday, the 17th, when sentence will be pronounced.
Okay, Nick.
Meanwhile, you will be held as
So I don't
in the case
think she had a very successful
Ralph
career.
Wiley.
Oh, you looked this up? Oh my god. Okay. You looked her
But
up?
I did find out that there was a 2005 musical of this movie.
Hell yeah. Gotta put that on the list. The musical.
The musical has Kristen Bell in it, Christian Campbell, Nev Campbell, who played Sydney in Scream.
Yeah. Having a flashback. Hey, look at this.
Really, not a whole lot of people, just Kristen Bell. And now I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah. What in the world? Oh, oh, don't do it. She's gonna jump out the window.
What the fuck?
Holy, she jumped out the window.
What?
Oh my god. She felt so guilty. She jumped out the window.
Today, to what I hope will be the final actions revolving about an unhappy and unfortunate case. One whose horrible tragedy will forever remain with me. I am happy to have been enabled, before it was too late, to order the verdict in the case of the people versus William Harper to be set aside. But, young man, although this court is convinced that to declare you guilty would have been a gross miscarriage of justice, we cannot condone your acts. And we can express only the hope that your experiences may not alone keep you, but thousands of others from the vicious pitfalls of marijuana.
Marijuana.
Get it? Because she jumped out of the window. She fell.
So remember, kids, if you smoke marijuana,
You'll end up jumping out of a window.
You'll end up jumping out of a window.
Not wrong though, you know. I feel like there are a lot of people who, you know, link the two together. You know what I mean?
This is all the things that happened that this movie showed me. If I smoke marijuana, I will laugh a lot, look like a creep, run a person over, kill them, have sex with a lady, come out to see my girlfriend almost thinking she's having sex with someone else, fight the man.
Having withdrawals here.
Yeah. Why does this guy look like a zombie? What the fuck?
In this case, the state waives trial of the defendant, Ralph Wiley.
What the hell was that shot?
That the defendant be placed in an institution for the criminally insane for the rest of his natural life. Defendant counsel joins the state in this request.
Since counsel for the defense, as well as counsel for the state, seem to agree on this, I see no reason why the request should not be granted.
If you keep smoking weed, you'll end up in an insane asylum.
To your neighbors.
If you smoke weed, if you try to get tried for killing a person, you get off that. You'll go to prison.
We must work untiringly so that our children are obliged to learn the truth.
So he just told his story to people? Is this what the thing was about? He just told the story of what happened?
Yeah, this is just him telling the story of these people.
How did he know, like, what happened in the areas that he wasn't there?
That
doesn't make no sense.
No idea. Well, I'm guessing just from what the... Oh, I'm yours. Oh, he was pointing at us, Nick.
Tell your
children. I gotta go wake my son up right the fuck now. I gotta go.
You better tell your child. Well, as he tells his child not to smoke weed, remember, people, don't smoke marijuana or you'll jump out a window.
Gotta shake him up violently. Wake up, kid. We gotta talk about weed.
Wake up. You're gonna fucking run someone over.
You're not gonna shoot me one into my house.
You're not gonna smoke the reefer here. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
This
the marijuana plant.
Movie was interesting.
Movie was something, that's for sure. All right.
Ed Sharpio.
Oh my god, that movie was a movie, I guess, just propaganda of marijuana.
Oh, from start to finish, it was proper propaganda.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It's interesting to see the difference in times, right? I mean, this is what, from the 1936, so the 30s? Yep. This was almost 100 years ago was when this movie was made. If you think about it, in 16 years. Almost. No, I'm sorry, in 15 years, this will be a 100-year-old movie.
Mm-hmm. It just shows the sign of the times, right? Of change.
Yeah, absolutely. It just shows how different things were 100 years ago. You know, I mean, 200 years ago, we already know things were different from back then. You know, it's just interesting.
It just shows how stupid most people are. Humanity is, right? Yeah. They really find small problems. One was like alcohol. That was a bad thing. And then
the Prohibition era. I mean, I think this was around the Prohibition era, wasn't it?
Probably right slightly after. Area? Yeah, I feel like slightly after probably the Prohibition era. This probably struck. Weed was a thing, and then, you know, all these other drugs came out. It's still crazy that are happening. And I remember at some point there was people that had problem with D&D, people playing D&D because they think they're worshiping the devil and stuff. And I've seen like
this movie was 3 years after the Prohibition era. The Prohibition era was from 1920 to 1933.
Makes sense. So after the Prohibition era, I guess, for the alcohol, they were like, we need something else. So
well, I mean, if you think about it, every time they tell you not to do something, you find something else. And I'm guessing weed was the, alcohol prohibition happened. Mm-hmm. And then, the people found weed and, they had to start fighting against the fucking potheads.
The reefers.
The war on drugs began with the end of the Prohibition.
But for sure, this is very overly exaggerated. That's for sure. This showed people going crazy, fighting people. To me,
it was really all over exaggerated.
They took the symptoms of cocaine, meth, crack. They took the symptoms from other drugs and put them into weed, and that's not how it is. Mm-hmm. Sure, at all.
They wanted to. I mean, and it's just like women. It's just like sex. It's just like anything that it's anything the common people find uncomfortable, they demonize. You know what I mean? They demonize it as much. I mean, we see it all the time with any time a woman is portrayed as evil, snake. She's the one that causes the problem. She's the root of all evil. Money. It's all demonized, and they were doing the exact same thing with weed here, and it's very stupid. I mean, when in the long run, we all have to congratulate the drugs for winning the war on drugs,
Yeah.
So.
To be honest, the movie wasn't bad, right? Been in the bad will, whatever. I kind of enjoyed it a little bit. I thought it was funny.
It wasn't bad. It was old, and it's hard to judge an old movie on it being bad. You know what I mean? It's very hard to do that.
Yeah, the acting was pretty. Some of the actors in there were pretty good.
That confession scene where she was crying, that was a great scene. She was really good. She was probably the best actor in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm. That was an A-list scene right there. Everything else was fine. I didn't really like how much they cut a lot in this movie. They really cut, and it confused me so much. It even confused us to the point where we didn't even know. Yeah, we thought they were sister and brother, but they were lovers. That didn't make no sense.
Lots of jump cuts. Well, lots of jump cuts. Poor costume design, colorization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, movie from the 30s. What do we? I mean, we're not expecting. We're not expecting Emmy award-winning movie here. You know what I mean?
If I had to score this movie out of 10, I would probably give this movie a 4 or 5. Kind of in the middle right there.
I would honestly, and it's just for that last scene where she confesses and then jumps out the window.
Jumps out the fucking window.
I'd give it a 6.
Oh, a 6.
A solid 6. I'd watch this. I'd watch this again for comedic relief while smoking some pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like, hey, you guys want to get high and watch Reefer Madness and see how stupid it is? Yes, I would love to do that.
Yeah, I would definitely watch this probably again, or just show people more for this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely one of those movies that I want to show people now. You want to watch Reefer Madness because it's stupid.
I would also like to see the musical at some point, to be honest too.
I am so down for that. I mean, hell, next time Lay's on, maybe we could fucking try to get a musical going. You know him in musicals.
Oh yes, he loves musicals. I'm trying to get this wheel to pop up too, because I want to do the wheel. Oh, oops. Shut the thing. Don't worry. There we go. Let me share my screen again. Yep. So, overall? How did you think of it? In a sense of just the weed, I guess.
Okay. As someone who smoked weed for a long time and occasionally goes back to it, the movie itself and the propaganda, it's all very clear propaganda and ridiculous. It's not none of it's correct from start to finish. None of it's correct. I don't feel like even if I smoke a little bit of weed, I'm not up dancing around like a psychopath. You know what I mean? I'm not. If I'm smoking pot and I go and I drive, right? Like, I'm not gonna be the dumb guy who hits somebody and just keeps on fucking driving. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And again, it goes back to the authority, the courtroom era. Like, I feel like in that instance, like, the kid being tried as hard as he was without actually, like, why would he shoot this woman? What like, I feel like it was very weird, but it's entertaining movie, just it really dumb.
Yeah,
dumb movie.
Yeah, like I get the premise of it, right? It's just propaganda hitting to an audience of people who didn't really know what the fuck weed is and scared.
Yeah.
Just the story it took was very stupid, very dumb, all over the place. But hey, that's why I was on the bad wheel. All right, I didn't vote. I didn't say it voted bad. The people who watched this movie and who are the critics and stuff made it a really bad movie. But
honestly, I mean,
I can still see funny parts of it. But we could still. The editor asked if I want to still spin the wheel. I do want to spin this wheel, just because we have a movie, just to do it. We're not breaking this tradition of not spinning the wheel, just to have a movie, because we're behind list anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're behind schedule of list of watching the movies. I'd rather have a movie so we know. I'm keeping track. Don't worry. We need to, but me and Zack still need to watch Good Will Hunting. So hopefully, let's see what we get here. Oh, I saved it. Trying to spin it. Oh yes!
Oh God, such a good movie.
Oh, Mighty Python and the Holy Grail. Oh,
holy
this is a good
shit.
movie.
This is such a good movie.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I love this movie. This is The Life of Brian. Yeah.
I love that movie too. We are the knights who say, "Nee, you will bring us a shrubbery.
Bring us a shrubbery. We are no longer the knights that say nee.
We are now the knights that say icky chicky bang whoop
bang. Oh my god! Also the Dark Knight. I really love the Black.
I mean,
Knight.
you got a lot of really good movies here on your Goodwill.
Really good movies here. This is just the flesh room. Just the flesh room. Just the flesh room.
Psycho. Okay, it's regular Psycho. Okay.
Yeah,
have you seen American Psycho?
Yes, I've seen American Psycho.
I love American Psycho. It's such a good.
Yeah, but we got a lot of it's a good movies from a list of highly rated movies to a list of cult classics. For
I
sure.
see this.
Mean Girls, Brokeback Mountain. I added that just for the taste. I really like this movie.
Well, I mean, apparently there's a new one coming out.
Oh, sweet. I don't think it'd be as
I
bad
think
as
it's
the original.
I think it's a remake.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah,
Not gonna
it's
lie.
just great. All right, let me
Hey,
close. Yes, that is everything. All right, the closing statements here, I guess. Here, closing. Thank you, everyone, for watching the podcast. I appreciate it. Watching the special little podcast of just watching the Nintendo Direct, talking about it, and watching Reefer Madness. I'm Nick Fly. You can find me, my name's Nick, aka Nick Fly. You can find me at Twitch at Real Nick Fly. You can find me everyone else at just Nick Fly Gaming or Nick Fly. Bandit, would you like to give your socials? Thank you for
I am Bandit. You can find me on twitch.tv/TheLOLBandit. As earlier, I do things. I had fun things. We do things. It's you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I hope you had a great time. Being our first guest.
I had a blast, and
Neck at Night.
When I'm not gonna say, or not gonna lie, when I first got approached by it, I was like nervous because I've never done anything like this before. But then I thought about it today, and I was like, man, Nick and I can just get to talking for hours sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this might not be a terrible thing. And then I've realized that I ate up like an hour and a half just talking about Nintendo stuff that really shouldn't have taken that long.
See, it's all in the mind, man. Once you get rid of that, think of, you think you're doing a podcast, you know what to talk about. You just start talking about a lot of things.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, 100%. I mean, this is a blast. I'd love to do it again if you ever need me. So I'll always be here.
We'll invite you again as another guest at some time too. If something crazy happened for Nintendo or something, for sure.
I like being a floating head on your podcast. So.
Oh yeah. Well, there's only this time because I don't want to set my camera. But next time we probably set up my camera, and if you want, to have something special for like set up camera or what is it, a VTuber thing set up? Be great. But thank you again for joining me for sure. Thank you for taking Zack's spot for today's episode.
Of course,
appreciate it.
Zach, I promise I won't keep your spot. It's just for today.
All right. Bye, everyone. Oh, unless
Bye, guys.
Unless you're drafted here. All right. Number 1 pick. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks again.
We just got a letter. Yeah, I can't leave that out. Bye.